Did we fight stuff yesterday? When did we finish the combat or no? Don't remember.
You finished a combat.
Or like at the ending, were we in the middle of a combat when we ended?
No, I don't think so.
Was that? I think we finished the combat we were in, no?
You were headed towards the fortress wall. I just didn't have the map,
Yeah.
so we put it off until the next week, and here we are.
I think I remember last week I only used one level 5 and one level 4 spell. Let's see.
Alright, I've messaged everybody. Got less than 50% turnout so far, but we're working on that. I like this model a lot, Chris. This one's cool.
Which one?
And the spinning one here
Oh, the assassin one, yeah.
might be the best one. And the fire almost looks like it's turning into something like a nine-tailed fox or something. It's like a fire creature almost.
Yeah, well, it's because that's two characters.
Yeah, for real. Like I can see the feet.
Yeah. Can't make those disappear.
Well, it's a creative solution. This one looks like he'd be a Lord of the Rings character. Got a little bit of a Balrog in him.
Oh, yeah. It's a Myrmidon, a fire Myrmidon.
Fire Myrmidon. Yeah, I can see it. I'm doing a side by side. I'm looking at the image of the fire elemental Myrmidon and what you've made here, and it actually is very close.
Yeah.
That is impressively close. Like, damn.
And then I made a female one too. Different little bit of style. It's in that bag, I think.
Is it that one? Doesn't look female now.
No.
Is it that one?
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing it's lacking is like the fire at the bottom, because this one's really selling it. Because the Myrmidons have that flame at the bottom, and this one's more of a clothing kind of thing. But the fiery boots, so it's in there. You got it, but it's like less than this one had going on.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when you go to the plane of fire, I'll have lots of stuff to use. Shit, I am rolling some low numbers here. The odds are not in my favor tonight.
What, people wise?
I don't know, I'm just like messing with some d20s and I keep rolling like 9s. 7. Low numbers. Rump.
Anything special about Marcus?
He's a lava druid. That's what makes him special. He's not a very good lava druid, though.
You know.
So what are we doing?
Playing some D&D, I think. I thought. You ready? Let's do this.
I've been ready.
I thought you were watching a TV show. What are you talking about?
Ready's my middle name.
All right, well, Joe Ready Dab. Let's play. Put yourself on the board. Let's do this.
Or, wait, you mean I gotta get in the game?
You gotta get on the table. You gotta play with your figurine. You gotta make decisions and roll dice, man. Otherwise, Taurus will sit and spin. You're kind of a key player. There's events directly related to your storyline here.
Oh.
Now, I have messaged Taro, and I have messaged Skywill, and I have messaged Sia, and none of them have responded yet. Rude.
Do they not know we're playing tonight?
But you're always playing on Wednesdays. Mostly.
I drank 40 ounces of Red Bull for this. Harumph. Probably pop into the other Discord and find Skywill deeply involved in a video game. Let's see, Katz is in there, Kef is in there. No, you know what? He's not. He's not. Alright, alright. If that is not the case... Let me view my friends list real quick. Maybe not playing another game. Just unavailable. Autopilot engaged. Put a bard there. We'll put Orin here. We'll put Omen here. Says here, 1 square is 10 feet. Those are some microscopic squares, so we might not use the proportional scale for all this. You guys will be very big on the board. Approximate your locations as best you can.
Place is supposed to be really big, right?
Yeah, it's huge.
Where are we at?
You are
We're heading to the entrance.
on the plateau, headed to the entrance, yeah.
On the flying carpet. Do we have rings? Yeah. We'll have Dum Dum and we'll have Mad Marcus. He's a man. Oren he's probably scouting.
Alright, so. As you implied, Oren would go into stealth and he would then begin scouting around. And what he fails to notice will immediately be spotted by both Grimorn and also Morg. With your high passive perception, you spot a small child hiding among the debris outside the ruined wall off to the left here. So when you're looking towards the keep, Akarakle has a huge wall and an impenetrable door with magical wards inscribed on it. It looks like it's taken a beating, but it has withstood centuries and whatever siege weaponry was thrown at it, like an impenetrable barrier. But off to the side, there is a breach in the wall, and there's a small child standing in between where you're at and where the breach in the wall is, and the child seems to be, like, crying.
And that doesn't seem to make any sense at all.
Is the breach big enough for a full-size person to fit in, or is it too small?
10-foot squares means that is a 30-foot wide breach in the wall.
Oh, wow. I will shout down at the boy from the flying carpet. Hello! Are you okay? How long have you been sitting in the rubble?
All right, he's gonna look up at you and he's gonna lift his arms pleadingly for you to come down to him and rescue him.
You guys want to save this suspicious child? Taurus, Grimoire, do you protest?
This seems to be.
So let me describe him. The child wears loose red and black robe tied off at the waist with a cord. His skin is a chalky white, and he doesn't cast a shadow.
So
He's
he
another
is
spirit.
Another spirit. Try pouring more of your blood or water on the ground. Maybe that'll do something.
He climbs onto a large stone and sits. He watches you with intense interest and says, "Are you lost?"
No, we know where we're going. We're trying to go to the Temple of Akarakle and find something that will help deal with the mind afflictions.
He stares blankly at you, but he indicates he wants you to rescue him.
Okay.
Hey?
Make with the rescue.
Let's go down and rescue him from I don't know what.
What's the room name?
Is there any dangers here, child? Why? What do you need rescue from other than the rubble?
Well, it is a child alone in the wasteland, so... He's not very communicative, though.
Wait. Hang on a second. I can't get into the room.
Did you try,
Insight like that.
I don't know. Can you find it? Like, it's got my name, Ninja G.
Oh. Oh, you changed the name. Okay, I found it.
Where is your home? Or your parents? Or both?
He says, "I'm so homesick. I want to go home."
Where's
Okay, hang on.
that?
Is my character?
Can we insight check that?
Can I? I'm just gonna read brain.
And he says, the fields outside Dradge, where my family once farmed.
Isn't Dread really far away from here?
Yeah.
I'm reading this. I'm just
Even
gonna
if
read
we
his brain.
can take you home, it might be a really long time before we get there.
All right. So the small child is laying there, and he says, "I want to go home," and then he like fades away. And you notice behind him, there's just like a very small set of bones lying against the rock that the child was sitting on.
That's sad.
That was his bones.
Sigh.
I will dig a grave
I fly over and
for the
collect
bones, and I will bury the bones.
All right.
I'm collecting the bones
Why are you collecting the bones?
He's a bone
so I
collector.
can bury him properly.
You gonna take him back to Dradge to his family farm?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
How much does a pile of bones weigh? Like, I don't know. Like, just the skeleton alone has to weigh like 70 pounds or something, right?
Is
Depends
the
on how
really
bone
weird
collection,
I
is it
mean-
complete?
But like a child would probably weigh less. Like, we could go pretty light with a child's bones. That's probably
20
like,
pounds.
yeah, 20. Okay, so just it's heavy, but you can gather them up if you have a sack or something to put them all in. There's like 107 bones, something like that, in a human body.
Is it actually a complete set? There's not some like missing somewhere or just like broken and splintered and
It
everywhere.
seems like an intact skeleton for the most part.
okay.
A wild dog might have gotten a piece or two.
Well, all the dogs around here are undead as well.
Doesn't stop them from eating bones.
It probably would though. They don't get hungry anymore.
They do it for just instinct.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Would you mind a mild plot recap?
So, the party is looking for a solution to the psionic effect, making it impossible for psionicists to use their full power unless they have a special crystal like you've got. Or, no, you've got the sword, and Orin has the crystal that allows you to bypass the effect. But basically, you were looking for a solution to that problem, and the clues that you obtained when you went to those ruins of Othend, the scroll, when you took it to Corganard, he said he read the ancient writings, and it indicated that the answers that we seek would be found in an ancient preserver fortress known as Akarakle, that was in the Road of Fire on this island. And so you finally found what you think is the temple, Akarakle. And so it's up to you to get the answers that you seek here in this fortress. And you're standing at the gates thinking about how to even get in at this point.
Where are the Haramites?
Who?
The horror mites? I love it.
Lion Man's friends.
Your men's friend?
Like
The
Mike
Urkites.
Green and the elf and all the people.
Oh,
That
Hamanu.
was it. Why did I call them Haramites?
Hamanu's men are somewhere.
Where are the Mennonites?
Were they outside last we checked?
Your divination previously showed them on a cliff.
Are there any cliffs around here? How big is this island?
You're on a plateau. You're looking at an enormous fortress. The fortress is on the edge of a cliff, but that's at the back side of the fortress. You are at the front side where the gates are.
Okay, so they got to the end, which I guess were wrecked enough that they did something wrong.
Maybe they've already gone inside. And they were already like at the end of the dungeon that you're in front of. Could be.
More, could you still invoke your power to try to see, or would that take too much of your magic?
I could, but it would be the last of my highest abilities that I could do for the day, and they're
No.
pretty close. They're probably somewhere within this temple, so if we have to engage them, I wouldn't like to do that.
You're right. You should. Well, we should go in, but with precaution. But I would suggest that maybe we can send somebody in more discreetly. To
Can
sneak in.
we see their footprints still? Are they around the gate area?
Oh yeah. Can we? Well, I guess the survival is still not on anymore. Huh?
Who wants to roll it?
I'll do it.
I will assist you.
Checking for tracks.
And I'm doing it with guidance.
I said Arctic. Can you guys hear me?
I
Yes.
can now.
What Arctic?
Oh my.
Arcane Eye is what I heard.
We're going through.
You didn't say what you were doing with an
Yes.
arcane eye, though, so for now it's just floating there.
It goes in to scout the dungeon.
Okay, you send your arcane eye, what, like up over the wall, or do you send it off to the left to the gap in the wall?
It's a 24
Over
ninja,
the
so you know.
wall.
All right, your arcane eye flies 30 feet up until it is at the height of the wall, and then it goes over. Looking down, you can see that there are two concentric, sort of like it's like a pentagonal shape. It's got 5 sides, and the hole goes clear through both of the walls. And
survival. Oh, go ahead.
so you can see that there's like within the wall there is like skeletons all over the place, just the remains of thousands and thousands of people just everywhere, scattered across all of the inner parts of this entire fortress. And from where you're at, you can kind of see over the second wall to where like there's like the castle itself, and it looks like most of that building is completely destroyed and collapsed.
The survival check for the trails is a 24.
Yeah, with the 24, you can see tracks. There's a number of people. They all went off to the side and into that hole in the wall.
Any blood?
Nope.
Seems like
The
they
eye is
might.
following you, by the way.
It seems like they've been in there. But I think we should send somebody still in discreetly.
Oren comes back and he says, I didn't see anything. I went inside through that gap over there and I snuck up, and there's another hole in another wall, and I snuck up to that wall and I looked in and there's a courtyard and I didn't see anything. It's probably all clear.
That had serious I shot him and I missed vibes.
Well, nobody jumped out and attacked him, so he must have been stealthy enough to avoid notice, but he didn't see a thing.
And you say there's a lot of skeletons.
Oh, there's dead bodies everywhere. Yeah, it's like we're on the site of a massive battle that happened a long time ago. Just skeletal remains everywhere in there.
I'm going to pull out some ash, draw a circle on my palm with the ash, and then throw it in the air and cast Pass Without a Trace, so everyone's shadows disappear.
All right, Oren's gonna stealth back towards the wall.
Does it look more like a battle or maybe a giant mass sacrifice?
See for yourself. Do you move into the interior?
I peek in.
What do you mean peek? You're on a flying carpet.
Well, yeah, I look over the wall.
You fly up. You go over the wall. You're looking down into the inner wall. You can see the bodies as far as the eye can see.
Like, you know, what is it? The island of Pompeii, I think, where everybody like that the
Everyone's like a
remains.
mummy.
Yeah, it's like they died in the position that they were in. You know.
Yeah.
And, is there anything resembling that of the skeletons? Like maybe showing their position as how they died.
It looks like within the walls of this building, there is not a single living thing. Not one. Not one blade of grass. Not a mushroom. Not a person. Not a nothing. There is only death here.
Taurus.
Is the ground like hard stone, or is it like actual dirt where there should possibly be some grass though?
It's like if you salted the earth, the ground is completely sterilized.
Can you drop some of your blood on the floor?
Sure thing. I'll take my little pick and prick my finger, drop some blood.
I will assume this is defiler stuff.
All right. You drop some blood on the ground, and moments later, a couple figures, shadowy, not quite there, blurry almost, they sort of fade into view. One of them's talking to the other one. It seems like maybe they're almost like the silhouette of guards on duty, leaning against spears heavily. And one of them's talking to the other and says, "Heard Marek had a sword made to take the wizard's head. We'll have him. Been posted here a year." And then he fades off into nothing.
Something crazy happened here.
I dislike this place. This is the conclusion
I
I've
think
come to.
something crazy
after
happened
being
here. I'll say that out loud.
You do that?
I think something crazy happened here.
All right. Soul is going to do like a history check. See if there's any bardic knowledge he might have. And he can tell that this place is like super ancient. Like whatever happened here happened more than 1,000 years ago.
Thank you, Professor.
So none of this is recent. Maybe it's safe.
Is there signs of a recent battle or struggle?
That's what I said. None of this is recent. Maybe it's safe.
Oh. Well, we should maybe just step in. What else are we gonna do here? We do
Arcane
have.
eyeball. Do some more searching.
What's your arcane eye doing now? At where we last left off, it was peering down from a high elevation, looking down at the first wall. Do you send it over the second wall?
Just kind of getting an overview.
There were visual aids. Did you look at the picture?
I'm looking at a picture. I hope it's the right one.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So let's say your eye is what, like here? You tell me.
Sure.
All right. It sees a couple of buildings. Do you want to fly into one of these buildings?
Yes.
You'll have to be more specific than that. Which one?
Alright, fine. The left one.
All right. You fly into that building.
Wait, are you sure the left one?
So it looks like this used to be a stable. There's absolutely nothing in it. There might have been hay, but it turned to dust. There might have been horses, but they turned to dust. There's nothing in it. Completely empty stable. You can see there's a couple like Crodlu saddles that are tucked in here, but the leather of the Crodlu saddles is incredibly decayed and useless. Like it would turn to dust if you tried to use it.
I'm getting a dust theme.
Yeah, Defiler magic turns things to dust. So when a living thing, like when the plants are converted into magical energy, they turn right into a like white powder and blow away. Very, very much like a Marvel Endgame kind of effect, where it's just poof, you're dust.
The plants don't feel good.
It can happen to plants, and at a high level, like for a sorcerer king conversion, it can happen to people as well.
This must have been a giant sacrifice.
How could they do this to a preserver temple?
Maybe that
Worse.
Maybe that preserver decided to change, like someone suggested.
Tara, what does the eye do?
The second building.
Yeah.
Second building.
The second building, your eye flies across the gap into the other building. This is a gatehouse. It looks like maybe this is like the house where people that operated the inner gate They would be stationed, sort of like a guard post almost, but it's got some quarters for people to be stationed here 24 hours a day. But looking around, your eye sees that it's mostly an empty building, nothing but a lot of dusty corners and very decayed-looking furniture in that building.
Should we just fly over and follow those trails that we found?
I'm telling you all what I find, by the way.
Yeah, it seems like everything was handed in one instance.
All right, so your eye looked in this building, your eye looked in this building. Your eye can see that there's like sort of a courtyard.
What's that field there next to the buildings?
Field next to the buildings. This is like all the dead bodies here. Yeah. All right. So your eye moves into the center of the courtyard here. You're looking at the central courtyard.
This bit.
You realize these are the same maps, right?
Hang on. Wait. Yeah.
This and this is this.
It's just a 2D perspective. Hello?
Tara. So that's the inner courtyard.
Let's say he takes a look at the square in the center. What does he see?
Whole lot of nothing. There's dead bodies as far as the eye can see, and there's an open courtyard.
What about that square that you're pointing at?
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, that's nothing. Teru, are you there? Is Long there too? Like, I think he disconnected in Discord.
I'm here. My computer shut off because I forgot to plug in the laptop and the power died.
You're looking at a bare patch of dirt in the center of the courtyard. Unique only as a stretch of ground that is not covered with bones.
Well, I say we walk through and we follow the steps. What happens will happen.
Hopefully we can get the death on them if they're still in there.
Well, that's what I'm hoping to.
Alright, so you were out here, you went up over the wall. If you're following the footprints actually went over here and then in through the gap and then into the inner courtyard in this direction. Alright, so in front of you, there's a building here.
What are Orin and Taurus doing?
Orin has stealthily moved into the courtyard.
Okay.
He had a pretty low roll, so you can probably tell that he went in this direction over here.
What about Taurus?
Joe, what's Taurus doing?
What happened?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here on the map. Right here.
You're just waiting outside?
What?
You're
Oh,
just
no.
waiting outside the gate?
Am I protecting somebody? Am I protecting the ring site, I guess?
I don't know. You tell us.
I'm confused.
You're in control of your character.
I am? Oh, I'm here.
So what else do you have going on in your life right now, Joe? Are you watching a movie? You got a TV show going on? Do you have company?
No, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm at Akarakle. Akarakle. That's where we're at. Yeah. Just trying to keep up with what we're doing here. They're on the flying carpet.
Yes, and we move through this sidewall over here,
Okay.
and we're
I'll,
following the tracks of the Hamanu's Templars men.
Ninja, take a look by Orin. That's for you. I don't know if you like
Okay.
that.
Got you. Now I am I'm gonna use my ring of jumping. I'm going to jump up onto the wall.
The wall is 30 feet high, so can you jump 30 feet
Yeah,
up?
I can jump 66.
Hmm.
Ugh. So I'll get up to the top and I will look around and try to go stealth.
Well, I was describing that everything in here is dead. This place, there's corpses everywhere, complete, total death. Not a blade of grass is alive in here.
Well, I want to keep up with the flying carpet.
All right,
I'll
Sorry,
try
I
to
was
jump over
called
to the
away
other
for
one.
something.
all right.
Try to
I
stay
was
with
called
the
away
flying
for something
carpet.
stupid. What happened?
So everybody is headed towards the inner courtyard, towards the castle, the ruins of the castle on the interior.
Hold on. And this is my stealth. Is going to be a...
So they've almost caught up to where your arcane eye is. Alright, so you and Omen, you fly up over the wall as well. So the whole party is kind of like in the inner courtyard now, at which point something happens. So everybody hang on.
11 stealth.
Yeah, you all had pass without trace, so you all have like at least 10.
21. 21.
21's good. Alright. So in the interior here, there's a ghost. The ghost is going to move forward into the entrance here where it's all ruined. There used to be a door here. He basically steps out from the shadows. And you can almost kind of just make out the silhouette of a man. But you can't really make out his features. And then this appears through the wall behind him. And he flies up inside of it. It is one of those Rosetta war beetles. But it is a spectral Rosetta war beetle, so it is like a ghost version of one of those siege tanks that is a gigantic undead thing.
We fought one of those before, right?
Yeah, you fought one of these. So he goes up into the pilot seat here.
Not the spectral version, though.
The fucking mecha beetle.
Spirits.
What do you think of that dude for Marcus?
Are you another?
I
Are you
rolled a
another
16
apparition?
perception. Can I make out any details of the ghost?
Yeah, roll a perception.
Okay. $26.
Alright, you have keen eyes, so you can tell that he appears as a weary, middle-aged man with thinning hair and kind eyes.
I will shout at
I
him
asked him if
when
he
he's
was
in the
another-
beetle.
I asked him if he was another phantom or just like a regular ghost.
What is
I ain't
the
afraid of no ghosts.
He's going to say, "Trespassers! Enemies attacking the gates! They're inside!"
No,
Are you
Nope, we're
telling
not
us that
attacking,
they're
we're
enemies,
visitors.
or are you accusing us of being enemies?
Looters, you will not return home with stories of your plunder here. Your children will always wonder where you fell. Drop your arms. Do you yield?
Put my weapon on the flying carpet, and I say, "We're not attacking the fortress, sir. The walls were already broken. We just kind of flew over the rubble."
Liar, you were with them! And the Rosetta war beetle throws down a body onto the ground. Hang on a second. Let me spawn this in.
oh,
Wait a minute.
oh
Extra
no.
stuff?
What is the body?
I'm getting it out.
I have a feeling
Is
what
it,
the
is it one
body
of
is.
Hamanu's men?
Where did I put it? I just had it. It would. Oh, here it is.
Only one it could be.
Alright, he throws down the body of a half-giant woman onto the ground.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I knew it.
So So I guess I answered my question earlier about if we were gonna finish that plot point. um,
Is she
I will
evidence
tell
Hold up,
him
hold
to
up,
take
hold
a
up, guys.
good
Hold up.
look at us.
Can
That
I,
we are
can I
not
tell
one
who
of
this
them.
half-giant woman is?
It looks like Ulrig. Ulrig the half giant, the Urukite. But she's got a hole going right through her torso.
Oh.
I'm gonna try anyway. Permission to heal them. They're a separate half of our group. They went ahead and tried to do a bunch of nefarious nonsense.
Wait, what? You're trying to
They're
heal
not-
the person with a hole in their chest that's been dead for a while?
They're not part of our group. They betrayed us.
Well,
And they should all die.
Well, this is going to be very confusing to the the ghost in the Rosetta War Beetle. I knew it! You were with them! Enemies!
No.
Attackers! He conjures one of the piles of bones
Wait.
nearby to rise, and it turns into a
Fi-
undead giant skeleton that rises up out of the courtyard.
but, fi-
well,
but Fiery Man said otherwise. So what about that?
I would like to say that we are against these people that you just killed, and we're actually kind of looking to find them to end them. You know where the rest of them are since you killed this one.
And we are enemy of Umanu, which we believe is your enemy as well.
All right, he does an insight on you.
This entire time.
He's got a pretty good insight on you, so he says, "Enemies of Hamanu, as am I."
And this ab giant that you almost killed there are their servant, and they betrayed us. They were supposed to help us understand what was going on with the psionic powers being lost all around the world.
Just
Can
then,
I fly down while they're talking?
Ulrich jumps up suddenly and lets out a tremendous roar, and you can see she's like coughing blood out of her mouth and nose, and her eyes are all bugged out. And there's this gaping hole in her torso, and her guts are hanging out. But she seems to be awake and alert, and she immediately like goes into a berserker rage and runs over and just starts attacking this undead giant that starts fighting her. So a tremendous
Okay, wait,
battle
stop.
begins like happening right here.
Hang on.
Well,
I
it's
don't-
happening.
I don't know how much of this is just my usual Discord lag and me trying to like. I don't know how much of this is whatever specific problem. But I'm trying to freaking. Okay, one.
They-
I was trying to get permission to come closer.
Sure,
Did the
well,
Spectre give it before all that happened?
I mean, he seems kind of threatening, right? He's in this like war beetle, and he's like summoned this giant undead to like fight anybody who's aggressive here. Your party has thrown down their arms or said they're not here to fight, so he hasn't like attacked anybody yet. But the undead Gulreg there is fighting one of his minions.
What is it?
He's undead.
Suddenly, she is undead. Yes.
Okay. Was she? All right, stop. Was she visibly alive before that happened?
It looks like she just died moments ago.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt to the lady barbarian. Whenever we get to that.
Give it your best shot. Do you want to roll into initiative?
I want to ask the ghost if he brought Ulrich back to life for some odd reason, since he brought the other giant thing to life, since he seems to command dead things.
I command only my own forces. She is not mine.
We should finish her. She's an abomination of
I
her.
wanted to ask if this was this doomed to happen, or was that just like me timing not good enough?
No, I think we might have had to fight the giant thing, and the Rosetta War Beetle if we failed negotiation and talking.
No, I mean her rising from the dead.
Oh, probably.
Oh, 1 second. What is the name of this? The wizard. The one that was supposed to be here. The one that was that they made the sword for.
The Preserver Hakar.
Yeah, has the ghost. Are you by any chance Akar?
He says, I am Hakar.
As a sign of peace, I would like to present you the sword that we found that was made to slay you.
All right. You give up the sword. He says, cursed thing! And he casts a disintegrate spell at it, destroying it.
I thought I had the sword.
That's good, though, because basically says in here, anybody who shows that they have that and they equip it, he'll kill them on sight. So throwing it down was probably a good move.
Hey, Tor, sorry, but
Anyway.
your girlfriend over there is dead. So
I'm
you said
distracted
to not
right
kill
now.
her, but she's not herself anymore. So I throw produce flame firebolts at it.
Burn, baby, burn.
Ninja,
All right.
Did you hear me?
Which part?
Ninja, did you hear me?
No, it's
Can
not-
we bring her back to life by
Not a fire.
chance?
She just died recently. A
Um,
lot of those things are time sensitive, you know?
Screw it. I'll put forth the effort.
I
In the name of helping
Oh
my
wait,
friend
hold on,
Taurus
hold on,
and
hold
his
on,
weird.
hold on. Hold on. She's a barbarian, right? Like me.
True.
She
I would assume that she may have the feature, which is it's a class feature.
The thing that makes it so you can revive things without a cost.
She's a warrior of the gods. 3rd level, your soul is marked for endless combat. If a spell such as Raise Dead has this.
Unfortunately, she's actually a fighter champion, so sorry.
Damn.
I do
And-
6 minutes damage
and-
of fire at her.
and
When do
reviving
we,
and reviving her would probably turn this guy against us right now.
Well, we can convince him to let us.
Well, hold on, because I'm about to try that first of all with my low ass charisma. Because either that or I'm gonna attack him. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell right now.
Hold on.
No, don't hold it on. I'm trying to figure this out. Just 1 second, guys.
Your character
I wanna
is not
ask
fit for persuasion.
that we can. I
My
want to
God.
ask that we can own her. We can take ownership of her body. You know, like
You are not making yourself sound any better.
He doesn't control her.
23 does hit. Her armor class is 20 in that plate mail armor she's got on. Very
Okay, then
fancy
you get
plate mail
fire
armor.
damage.
so. Can I ask him if I can take control of her body? She owes me.
What?
You are not helping your cause.
You can control her body? What's
So
the-
she's
Do
a
you a favor.
she's a pretty aggressive ghoul at the moment. She's locked in Mortal Kombat with an undead giant.
And we're about to shoot fireballs to her.
She
no,
would
I-
have
Actually make my case.
Sh- she would have attacked one of you, but none of you are close enough for her to hit with a melee, and that's all she's got. So she attacked it.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna get down there. I mean, I'll take her out. I got that. That's not the problem.
Oh,
The problem is
okay.
that I.
Taurus is making bad arguments. I'm gonna freaking butt in. Great spirit of the. What is this area called again? What's this temple?
Akarakle.
Akarakle?
Yeah, it's written right there on the board.
Okay. Great guardian of Akarakle, I implore you, our time is short. I hope to revive this once they may properly pay for their crimes and maintain an oath that they took to our own group. Allow us to slay them hastily enough that we may still revive her with some fragment of a soul left to speak of.
Okay, that's what you said. Did everybody roll their initiative?
I'm about to do that.
I did.
I entered one for everybody who's not here.
I did not know we were supposed to roll.
No. Yep. I am rolling it.
I'm rolling mine.
So Morg gets the sneak attack. He does his damage with his flame attack with a 23 that did hit. And then we'll go into the regular initiative.
Oh, okay. I'm fighting Marcus Lava. No, I'm with Marcus the Lava Druid.
What's up, Skywell?
Hey.
All right, rolling it.
You
Bam.
weren't fighting, you were just scouting over there for something.
You know what? You're going first, so it's cool that you just showed up.
Okay.
Oh dang, everybody rolled really bad.
Not like
not our
half
party,
of people
but-
rolled bad and half people rolled good.
All the NPCs
Did
rolled
he
really
respond to my did he respond to my implorement?
Like you said, like, can we do it? And you can't see him, so you did not, like, see a visible response. You didn't hear anything. You didn't get a verbal response. Just silence coming from the Rosetta War Beetle.
Didn't we... We learned on a Rosetta War Beetle, wasn't it?
You, like, the party battled one, way back when in Uruk. You helped the Veiled Alliance. Their hidden
Yeah,
base
yeah,
was
that
under
time.
attack by Rosetta War Beetle. This is a spectral Rosetta War Beetle, so not only is it a Rosetta War Beetle siege engine, but it is also ghostly and can move through walls.
Well, the other one was undead as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, the other one was more of like a skeleton. This one's more of a ghost.
And we are not attacking it.
So there was a ghost of a man, but he seemed like not a malicious ghost, and he didn't immediately attack anybody. But he claims this is his place and he'll defend it. So everybody's trying to play it cool with him, and he summoned the giant skeleton, and he killed Ulreg, the Urukite, the half giant that Taurus was trying to hook up with. And he threw down her body on the ground, and she was laying dead there, but she immediately reanimated as a ghoul and began attacking the nearest creature, which was the undead giant. So the undead giant and her are fighting right now.
I was trying to ask if
Taurus is trying
like
not
was
to
this
attack.
just like a
Guys,
thing that has to
hey.
happen because the book says so, or
Guys,
did this happen because we weren't fast enough?
All of this happens because the book says so.
Real quick,
Okay.
can we
You're
be
allowed to know
careful
that.
with can we be careful tonight for not talking over each other so much, because it's getting really confusing, or things are anyways. Let's try to do better, okay?
No.
Okay, so... that's the spelling for... I'm going to fix that on my notes here. I spell it like risotto, war beetle, but Rosetta, got it. Because it was we did 7 days of training on the Rosetta War Beetle of Nibene. I have here.
That's the spelling right there. Rosetta with an H.
Yep, I see it there. Yep, I'm gonna hover over the thing.
I actually have like a pretty cool reference picture. I'll drop it in the Discord. You can look at it. It's a pretty weird looking thing. It looks like that.
Oh, I forgot to promote you guys. Sorry. So what we've been trying to, at least I've been trying to keep peace with the ghost, because he seems to be the wizard, you know, that the sword was made for. And I kind of said that we present to him the sword that was designed to behead him, and he disintegrated it pretty much, showing that it's most likely him. And we told him as well that we are against Uruk, and that the other group is part of the Herakite army. And then the girlfriend of Taurus, which is now a half-giant ghoul that is attacking this enormous giant.
So yeah. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I've been sitting here for like a couple minutes.
Welcome.
Okay, so I've been scouting up over here. I'm not quite sure if.
All right. The recap is I rolled stealth for you. I had you follow the tracks. There were tracks of the Urukites. They went through the hole in the wall. So you followed the tracks through the hole in the wall, through the hole in the inner wall. And then once you were in the courtyard here, you scouted to the left where you found a bunch of animal pens, but you didn't find anything of value. So you were headed back towards the main courtyard. So you're actually hidden like probably closer to the corner, like over here somewhere. You were just about to round the corner, stealthing back around here when everything kind of goes crazy.
And that's the end of my turn, or that's the start of my turn now?
Well, it's your turn right now. So what do you want to do?
So I'm here now, and I want to defend us against this Rosetta War Beetle.
He hasn't attacked anybody. He said that he is Hakar, the master of Akarakle, and he'll fight the enemies of Akarakle like the Urukites of Hamanu. Hamanu's men are his enemy, and he will crush Hamanu's army.
That's cool.
I have a question.
I work with Akarakle.
You're cool with Akarakle? That's fine.
Yes.
Is it
I will. But before you say your thing,
Is it possible?
I will just say that I will ready an action to attack with a psi knife against the Rosetta War Beetle or anyone else who attacks the party from over here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. So then it'll be Taurus's turn.
But Tara wanted to say? No? Okay.
I was asking if something was possible. If I could like if my attack should fly in, then disengage, then move out, while me in between smack her with the holy blade.
Now, Amount
Fly by attack?
can't take an action like disengage, I don't think.
Why not? Well, I don't know actually. So
Taurus' turn.
Joe.
Hey, how you doing? I want to try to resurrect my dead wife. I mean, girlfriend.
Nice.
you've taken some jumps.
She keeps getting promoted every time you speak. She keeps.
That is hilarious. Well, what
I'm
comes next
just
after that?
saying.
Not sure if you can resurrect a ghoul.
That's why.
Well, he's not gonna do. First, he's gonna re-kill her.
Yeah, that's why Ringside said we should kill her first.
I'm in.
Yeah,
This is a fucked up marriage proposal.
you're gonna try that, and we're all trying to kill her.
It really
I
is.
want
He was
her back.
talking about how like we want to take ownership of her body before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's a
I'm in.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I want him to.
I know what he meant, but he
not
said it
kill
horribly.
us. I have bad charisma. What do you want?
Wait, what is your charisma score?
6.
Okay, next time let me do this.
But you weren't there, man. You weren't there for me in my time of need. Alright, so my character wants to find a way to get the body so I can resurrect it so that I can get my baby out of her.
Your baby out of her?
What?
Your
What?
first was
You know what?
so
I'm
bad.
sorry.
My brain
What?
caught up.
The
Forget I said
baby's
it.
already out of her. She has a giant hole in her stomach.
Yeah, same,
Yeah, I
same.
don't think you're getting. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna resurrect with a giant hole in his stomach.
I apologize for everything.
It's okay.
So, what do I need to do to get the body?
Probably move to the body.
What can I say to him though? I don't know what the fuck to say. You guys can hear just all the thoughts trying to race through my head right now. You know, I have no idea what to say.
Take care of your dead wife that's attacking things.
Kill her!
How about that? That's a start, right?
Burn it! Burn it!
Oh.
She's a ghoulish monster.
She's very far away too. She's like all the way at the far end of this courtyard, battling a giant. Every one of these is like a 10-foot square. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Drive you home?
She's a good 90 feet in that direction, Joe.
Who's gonna drive you home?
Do you have to dash to go 90 feet?
Yeah, I'd have to dash. We can't just kill the Rosetta War Beetle guy?
No.
Why
No,
do we want to
how would that
kill the
help?
Preserver Ghost?
What?
Oh.
Wait, stop. How would that help this situation?
I don't know. He's gonna kill Oreg again.
She's already dead.
Says
That-
you.
but
You
that's
don't
the
know.
goal.
Oreg.
And you're the only
We
one
wanna
that
kill
cares
her
for her.
Wait.
We want to kill her again, so
I
we
mean,
can
I
even
do.
possibly
Dude.
resurrect her.
I care about it. I care about it because he cares about it, and also maybe like dying.
Thank
Might
you.
make
Thank
her
you
not
for
dramatic.
being bros.
I care about it too because he's helped me a lot of times. So I kind of obligate.
There you go. Now I knew I loved you guys. I'm gonna jump straight at her.
That's what I was getting at. Thank you for going in there.
Man, we
Yeah, I'm
gotta
gonna just
save
jump
her
at her.
anyway. I wanna make 5 attacks.
All right, so you go after Ghoulreg, as she is now, transformed into a ghoul.
That'll
It's a little-
get me there to her.
A little wordplay.
My bonus action will be to rage.
All right, you run in, you rage. That's Taurus. So ringside, you're on Omen. So I looked up some rules. A mount can only do.
Sorry, but I communicate to them that I'm gonna try to save her at all costs. Like we gotta resurrect her.
Okay.
Will an anime object be good enough?
She's gonna owe me.
Will an anime object be a good enough resurrection for you?
Probably not.
I don't think you can.
All right, how long does that spell last? Like 10 minutes?
Right. That's
8
that's
hours?
just
8 hours. All right, every
animating her body
8
like it's a dead object.
8 hours a day. I'm sure there's a fetish in there somewhere.
Right. It would not be attractive.
It gets progressively more rotten as the days go by.
Gross.
Well, I could use gentle repose, but that takes too long for me to activate. So
Oh
no, I
my
couldn't.
gosh, we are still in this conversation.
We love this.
Yeah, it's
conversation.
been taking a while.
You're not gonna
Well,
get
you know,
a
a
baby out of
character cares
an
about
anime
what happens.
object
Fair enough.
being animated.
All right, so I was looking at the
Character cares about what happened.
rules for mounted combat. If you spend this turn moving into position, next turn you could do what you were talking about, where you do a little bit of a you use the creature's disengage, so you can do a flyby attack.
So I have to move first and then do that.
It's just because you're so far away from her that you can't do it from here. You wouldn't have enough movement to get in and get out of her range.
Okay.
And somebody deleted the
And
giant.
just
Great.
my turn is doing what? Frickin' blood. I guess I prefer that giant being gone, but still.
No, that's the friendly giant that's helping us kill the Ghoulreg so that we can revive her. We want
Yes.
that giant.
Yeah, we need the ghoul reg. We need the
Oh
ghoul
my
reg
God.
here to be revived. So
Yeah, but we need her to die first.
oh, the catch-22.
I mean, we can't revive an undead thing, can we?
You may not have this whole conversation on your turn. Go. Those that are not on turn, check out the posting that I put in Discord.
Living dead girl.
So what's going on?
All right, whose turn is it?
All right, we've got a new undead giant.
All right, so I think it's your turn, ringside.
Oh, it is. Oh, sorry about that. I get closer and then use I don't know. I minor illusion the cage around her face so that she can't see.
Hmm. Okay. So you're giving her blindness, I guess.
I hope so. She can just move it. It's a 5-foot cube that I'm mustering around her head area, so she could just move out of it.
Yeah, good point. She would be like bobbing and weaving. She's like doing a crazy berserker attack on an undead giant. So she's probably not standing still for that. She did fail her check. I assume it gets a save of some kind, so she believes it exists, and it would blind her if she was in it. But
Doesn't say.
that one
If she
probably
moves
works
out of
better
the
as
circle,
a
that-
like a distraction. Like you could use a sound or something with a minor illusion.
I think she has to move out of that square because the object takes up like 5 feet.
Yeah, she will.
Okay, that's it. It's enough. I just wanted to do something so I didn't feel like I was wasting all my turn.
You got it.
I just move over.
Oh, wait. I'm shooting a fireball.
Kaboom!
Immediately, wow.
I'm gonna burn that bitch.
So nope. Everybody's like, let's just wait it out.
Fireball or bolt?
Nice
Oh.
one. She
She's
rolls on that
burning
deck
for-
save.
There you go. She takes
Wait,
every.
do we even have a way to, guys, serious question. Do we have a way to bring her back? Is that even possible?
No. Maybe me, but that's
What do
not
you mean,
happening.
no?
Maybe me, but that's not.
He's not
You are
using
going to be
100
sincerely
bolt time.
implored by your greatest servant, by your greatest warrior to do so.
I'm not a man of nonsense. Give me a second.
Do you know True Resurrection or something?
So there's a spell, 3rd level, Revivify. That'd do it. Can you cast Revivify? Do you have a diamond worth 300 ceramic pieces?
Yeah, but that's not happening.
It's not happening.
Not wasting
47
all this person.
47 fire damage.
That spell does give you 10 turns to Revivify her.
No, instead she's burning for 47 damage.
All right. you
I
had
request
options.
A diamond from the pirate. Well, you know what? Since he's buggering off, I'll offer him the money for a diamond of such quality from, I don't know, hopefully there's a treasure vault down there.
Oh, look at that. Your friendly neighborhood Terran will cover the cost of your diamond, Grimorn. Free money.
I think he just wants to burn her. I think that's
I'm destroying her like I'm gonna destroy all the other hurricanes.
Taurus,
my-
Taurus is there like, save my girlfriend, and you're like, burn it, kill it with fire.
I'm not wasting my time on this. We have two and try to kill the creatures that are in front of us, and then have to kill the hurricane.
Oh, you're killing all of them then, smarty pants.
No, but I just don't want to have to fight this ghost creature.
All right.
Then have to kill the hurricane.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Morg, what do you do?
I rather produce flame bolt at it.
Okay.
Because it needs to die. Even if we are going to resurrect it, it needs to die.
Yeah, another hit.
The party splits different this time.
7 more points of fiery damage.
All right, the ghoul lets out a scream of burning rage.
Go back
She's,
to sleep.
she's quite unhappy about her condition.
Abomination.
Fix your
And go to
condition.
sleep, we can fix it. You numpty.
Numpty.
Trying to cure you.
Pretty much my turn.
All right, so Hakar, in his spectral Rosetta War Beetle, observes all that's going on here. He says, "The half-giant's friends were here and gone to where I know not, but I'm certain they will not be returning." And booming voice echoes through the courtyard, and there's like a crack of thunder in the distance, and a rattle of bones as all of the undead standing around all begin to rise up. Most of them of much more normal size than that gigantic one, but there's a bunch of undead. The guide says roughly 100 undead skeletons are rising throughout the courtyard here. A whole army of wraiths, each one of them a soldier of Akarakle, all of them saluting their master in his Rosetta War beetle.
Okay, I know that was very epic and all, but I have to ask, was that it?
Okay. Trenble, he's gonna say, "Oh my god, there's so many! An army of the dead!" And he, like, shakes in his boots. And, let's see, he rolls a morale check. He rolls a 10, and he says, "Steady, hold me." And Marcus says, "I won't let them hurt you, my son." And they hug each other. And then he uses his druid.
That's the...
He uses his druid magic in order to cast a negative plane protection spell.
Ooh.
So undead can't come within 10 feet of Marcus right now.
I made a
It's a
figurine.
scary movie couple move, except father and son.
I made a figurine for Marcus if you like it.
All right.
If you take a look at it
Where?
over here.
Oh, this one. Interesting. Yeah, all right, why not? So I'm going to do that trick where I highlight both of them, and then I just click enter on the name, and now this one has all the same info. Mad Marcus Aramki, invisible in lava fields, armor class 16, in bark skin. Alright, but he didn't cast that this turn. He'll cast it next time.
Sounds very Russian.
Okay, so that was the War Beetle, the Ghost, Trenble, the Undead, Mad Marcus. Sia, it's your turn. What do you do?
Alrighty. Are we killing her, or are we just leaving her do
It's a bit 50-50 there. Kill, then
Taurus?
revive.
Argue about what to do after.
The answer is both.
it? Taurus? So what we doing here?
On my turn.
No, I'm asking, like, am I allowed to kill her?
The ghoul must be defeated before the woman can be revived.
Ah, good, okay. I am going to...
But can you kill her without damaging her fine-ass body that Taurus wants to bang?
Fine. Don't they all kind of like Cronenberg creatures? I'll just assuming Taurus does.
No.
Turning into a ghoul doesn't change you all that much, but she does have a big hole in her chest, so you'll have to fix that up.
Anyone know what's the cantrip again?
Mending?
Mending. Yes, thank you.
You're gonna use mending on it? Okay, never mind.
Does a dead body count as an object?
Yeah, it does.
This conversation was roaring on some Facebook message boards in D&D about this exact thing.
I'm pretty sure it does. The body is an object.
Body's Wonderland.
And objects have hit points.
But how do you do mending? Is it like the entire body count as one object, or do you have to like mend one rib bone at a time and then?
The answer is always you have to cast mending multiple times over and over and over again.
Ninja, what's the intelligence of this beetle?
Rosetta War Beetle is a mindless automaton. It is totally controlled by the driver.
Oh, so it's not a... Oh, damn. So Charm Monster wouldn't work on it. Okay.
If you attack it, it's going to turn them against us.
Yeah, I think it's immune to charm.
Okay, on to Plan C. Do it. Shit. What Plan C?
Yeah, think of it as more of a vehicle, not as a creature.
The psychic damage work on there?
Wait, why Are you attacking the beetle? Or are you attacking the ghoul?
I'm attacking the ghoul. I'm asking the psychic damage work on undead.
Can try.
Now I'm gonna play it safe. 4th level shatter. Wait, no, that might blow her up.
Oops, bad decision.
Resurrection, what's that? Explode.
There's gonna be a lot of revivals. There's gonna be a lot of mendings there. You know what? I'm just not gonna. Are these guys aggroed on us?
None of them have attacked. They are saluting the Rosetta War Beetle. Each of them is garbed in the clothing of a soldier of Akarakle.
This is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be now because of King Dan. Is it okay if I blow her up?
You've asked this
No.
question again and again.
Oh man.
I Bardic Inspiration Taurus. And I use my. I guess I'll use my bow. And I'm going to. Mouse is broken. I'm going to use its feature, the Arcane Longbow of Elemental Burst, and I am going to choose for the damage type cold, and it does on a hit. You see if this hits. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. And that is 5d8 damage. Also, anyone in a 10-foot radius of her also takes it. So who is...
The giant?
Yeah, the
And Taurus.
giant. It's Taurus?
Yep.
Taurus is in melee range with her.
I couldn't really tell from the map.
Yes.
Who's this? Oh,
Oh,
that's the... Oh, I was attacking the wrong thing.
What are you attacking?
I thought this was her. I thought this was her.
So you thought
No.
the race soldier was over?
The giant's.
Nah, Gulrik's right here.
Too late now. Don't
I know
take-
she's there, so. Oh,
To
but
be
come
fair-
on, man.
I did hear Ninja say something that sounded like that, like he was gonna switch out Glow Rig for the race soldier model, but it's okay.
Are you changing your action?
At this point, it's nerf or nothing. I'm just,
You can shoot an arrow.
yeah, I'm shooting 32 damage.
All right, were you aiming at Ulrig?
I'm gonna aim at
Or the giant?
the giant. Yeah, the giant. But since he's in 10 feet, he also
Wait,
takes
why
it.
are you why are you shooting the giant?
To not hit Taurus.
What?
What?
He's,
Um,
If
the
you
bow-
shoot the giant,
and he's
then
trying
the
to offset
let
the,
me
the
talk.
direction somewhere to hit.
there are
the
currently
bow-
100 skeletal soldiers that just rose from the ground. If you hit the giant, they might all start trying to kill us.
I guess Taurus just have to take this damage, I guess.
Yep.
Take it to your wife, man.
You want a wife? You gotta take a pounding.
Oh wow.
If you're
What
gonna give her a
just
pounding,
happened?
you gotta take a pounding.
Man, this
What
episode's
just
just
happened,
getting
like-
worse and worse, isn't it?
On the next episode of
Okay.
all right. After that, that's my turn. That's my turn.
All right,
Hooray.
so she took 32. She already had 60, so that's 92.
Also, remember your bardically inspired Taurus. Also, Taurus, did you take the cold damage?
no, I'm trying to take.
32.
It's a lot of cold damage. He's got a thick skin, though. All right, the enraged Gulreg. She's going to lash out the undead giant is going to open its mouth and belch a fireball at Gulreg that does an additional 27 damage to her. That puts her at 119,
Use
I
my
think.
endurance to hold back 20.
All right, and then all right, she lashes out at the giant. She delivers a critical hit that does 55 damage to it and obliterates it.
What?
Damn.
Damn.
One hit?
That giant is
It was 2 hits.
Okay.
One of them was a crit, though. And then she kills that thing, and she turns on Taurus. She spits out a bunch of blood and guts and screams. She crits on a 19 or a 20 because she's a champion. So she crits pretty easily. Now, she's wearing, like, most of her original plate mail armor. And you can see that, like, it's damaged, but it's still intact, and it's glowing with, like, an evil aura. And her twitching undead body is, like, shaking and falling apart from the damage she's taken. And looks like she's about to go down in a heap, but she hasn't dropped just yet. So then it goes back up to the top with Orin. What are you going to do?
Orange.
So, I was waiting for you to say she attacked Taurus, and then my ready to action could go off, but she never actually did.
Nah, she killed the
So-
giant first. She was already in a fight with it, so she finished it.
But it is clear that at this point, we are fighting Ulrich. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't know if this is it within range, but if not, I can go ahead and.
You'll have to move. This is a long distance, 10-foot squares, and it's hard to see them, but they're very small.
Okay, so I can use a swift action. You can put me as close as is fair. I'm hoping that I can still get into throw a dagger and help out with the objective to take her down. So I'm now also hoping that.
Yeah, you probably want to get within this range here. Let's see where the line is.
I can make 60 feet without the trying.
This would be within 60 feet of the target right there.
Okay, so if she's within 120 feet of where I was, then we're good.
120 from about here somewhere.
Okay, so it's about
10.4.
there.
That's about where he was.
Well, he was back here around the corner. That was like 20 feet further back.
So you want me to use a dagger for this?
Throw it.
Okay. No, I mean to say one of my teleportation daggers. Okay. Well, anyway, what I rolled was a 20 for a hit. I don't know if that hits, but what I will say is
20.
A 20 hits.
That is the AC of Gularig. Right on
If
20.
If you need me to, oh shoot. Well, hold on.
And she's engaged in combat with an ally, so you get your sneak attack damage.
But wait, did you say it's 130 feet or 120 feet away from where that corner was? 130 feet. This attack does not go off.
All right. Well, just to be specific, let's get the measurement tool, and we'll figure out the exact measurements here. Let's find a spot where I can actually see the grid pretty well.
Because my
Now going down into top-down mode. Now, if I put one here, 5. Each one of these is 10, so I'd say like this distance is 20. C 20.
I vote that we just go ahead. It's the whole party piling on Ulrich. I think that we just go ahead and take it. I mean, it's Taurus's turn next anyway. I presume that she's gonna go down. So
But if we do it like that, we can't address the amount of damage her body is taking.
I hate
Well.
you so much.
She's been burnt twice, shot, frozen, swung on.
She got pursed by a giant claw
well,
from a giant creature.
if at the conclusion of this measuring spree you say yes, I get damage and then 31 damage. If not, then we just move on to Taurus. And I don't know what Taurus is gonna do. So.
He's working on it.
Hugger or what? I don't know what you're gonna do.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I
But
think
it's
it's
your
time
turn.
to.
Sorry.
I think it's time to tell her the last words. You know.
I'm
Yeah, I think-
I'm
yeah.
letting Ninja decide whether I get to attack or not there. But if not, then I just move closer this turn.
Trying to
Logically speaking,
calibrate
I
this thing.
I don't think we can pull it off, man.
Did that
I
work?
don't think we can pull it off, Taurus. You might have to say goodbye.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's my turn. So, your move.
All right. It's Taurus' turn. I know she can't understand me. I get it, she's a ghoul, all that jazz. Not worried about all that.
Aren't you raging too?
I'm raging. I'm going to, I'm gonna hit her in the fucking face.
Whoa, that didn't work.
It's okay, that wasn't her moneymaker anyways.
Is it gonna be a crit?
Wow. We'll restore it. We'll restore it.
No, don't.
Oh, Taurus got all tiny. Oh, everybody got all tiny.
Yeah, it auto calibrates. Just trying to.
A 28 to hit.
That hit.
$39 damage. Oh wait, is that exceptional? Or you said 20 is her AC.
No, 30 is exceptional.
So 39 damage, and she's booming. So she tries to move. She'll get hurt. Second attack. Oh. 31 to hit.
Ooh, Colossal Endurance. She can use a reaction to reduce the damage by her Constitution score. A whole 4 damage. That's amazing.
Not her Constitution modifier, her Constitution score.
Oh, okay. So she takes 18 of that damage off. That makes sense. All right.
I'll reroll one of those. Cool. 3 more damage, so 24 and 39. She's boom. Some of that was radiant damage. Does she take extra for that?
Nah, she doesn't take extra from Radiant. Okay, so
Bludgeoning?
you blast her twice, and she goes down in pieces, chopped in half.
Chopped. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Hey, come on, can you fix that?
Hmm?
That's a lot of damage. You fix that?
Wait, did he just like eviscerate her?
I just chopped her in half.
Well, as I described, she already had
Chopped her in half?
an
Emotional
enormous.
damage.
Can you guys hear me? She already had an enormous hole in her torso, so when she got hit with the weapon, her top half came off.
Oh my god!
Just for reference, how big was the hole compared to the size of her chest? Is it like
Half
nearly
of
all
it. At least
Oh,
half.
yeah.
It's alright, Taurus. It gets better. You'll find another one.
You can try some new positions.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's
Doing
so
that
funny.
and your
Oh
freaking
man.
comments. I'm determined now. I wasn't before, but the fact that you keep trying to stop us makes me want to do it more. Okay. All right, breaking out all the stops here.
Wait, that looks
I
like a dude.
beseech the great master of this area to help us revive her, that she might see the error of her ways
And I'm like,
and all the other stuff I did before that.
Why does she kind of look like
And
a
I
dude?
will like, if he wants money for me to do it, then I will just give him mine.
you're all mindless fools.
I think she learned the
And
errors of
you
her
are
ways when she got a
heartless
giant hole in her
berserker.
chest.
Can we even fix this?
She's a fanatic of Herrick,
You call her
and she's
fool,
gonna
and I call
change
you
her
a
mind.
fanatic,
Exactly.
and I go back to what I was trying.
I for once am
Underestimate
with.
this dick.
Wait, hold. I'm gonna ignore that I heard that. For once, I'm with Grimorn. There is no changing her ways. She is. She follows Hamanu first. I don't know what you think you're going to supplant Hamanu from her, the object of her desire, but that's going to be it. Buddy old pal, Taurus.
But
Okay, let's
besides
go
me
try.
and Gamorn anyways, who else can use Revivify or any other type of reviving spells?
Clerics and paladins only.
At this point, you need a wish for this remain.
We should at least let him try, right? I mean, no harm can come from it.
There's no time for that, anyways.
Wait,
I would-
you're asking him to try to take her
There
out
quite
back?
actually is.
What?
You are
No, that's not. That's not what I meant.
look, there's
Yeah, Revivify does not restore missing body parts, so that would be ouchie.
does
Which half do you revive?
No, you'd push them together. You could make it work. You'd need to cast a healing spell immediately after, though.
It would work
does
if
my
I.
plea reach him?
It would work if I had the spell learned.
Nah, yeah, you don't have it prepared.
No.
Look,
No,
How-
I'm asking the guy.
Yeah, alright, so Ulrich's not going to be able to be revivified. And he's not going to help because Hamanu is his enemy.
right, and I'm gonna clasp Taurus in the back, and look up at him and say, "Shall we do some funeral rites for her?"
Ha.
I think we should burn her to dust.
Hey,
That-
I'm
that
taking
was
her
a-
with me.
That was a tear. Oh, jeez.
You're taking her with you?
No.
No, I'm
taking both
literally
halves
gonna
with you?
stay here.
Alright, you gather up the corpse.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, she's got some good loot. She's got full plate armor, she's got battle axe, she's got some throwing axes.
I was gonna say
I leave it all in. I leave it all intact.
she's not the loot.
Are you gonna make a puppet?
I mean,
No. No.
What's wrong?
I mean, she is kind of half the loot, actually.
Oh.
Hey, I have a question.
Well, you know the good thing is that we can split it in half, that loot.
Yep, easily.
God.
You can
All right.
quarter it.
No.
So I'm
Orin.
gonna-
No. At this point, when
Hey,
he sees
hey,
that,
ninja,
no,
ninja.
no, no,
Hey.
no, no.
Ninja.
No. Orin after seeing this. Orin turns solemnly, dragging each foot through the sandy dust, and kneels before the spectral Rosetta Borbeat and says, "Please kill me."
Sometimes I wake up in the morning thinking I'm the insane one. Not today.
Alright, well,
I asked him, is there any way to bring her back to life?
No.
I have reincarnate. I'm not using that today. The spell does work up to 10 days of the corpse. Yeah, I'm not doing that today when we're possibly going to engage her other comrades. I
You're-
need my powerful spells.
Talking to the guy on the Rosetta War Beetle.
the ghost audibly sighs, and he will say, "If you are not one of Hamanu's soldiers, why are you here?"
Because I love her.
No.
No,
No,
that's,
that's
not
not
why.
why we're...
Not
The whole
you.
hold on. The whole squad assembled says unanimously at the same that this just happened. No.
Well,
Oh,
it's too late. He already rolled an insight on Taurus, but he asks also to the others, so who else wants to respond?
We're here to gather information.
Yes.
Torganard sent us here so we could find out why the power of psionic in the world is all gone.
We expect that there is a tapestry that holds more information.
He says, yes, amazing that it still works. I can feel its effect even now. It is very fragile, you know. A remarkable achievement, the Psionatrix. Our greatest, I think. It actually integrates magical science with the disciplines of the mind. Extraordinary, powerful device. It looks like a water blue gem the size of a mole's fist.
Are you the one that made it?
He nods solemnly.
Interesting.
And why did you make that item?
You beat me to it. Yes.
The Cyanatrix was constructed at our fortress, Dasarax, in the cradle of the Dragon Crown Mountains. We made many such devices of power, artifacts of legend from our age.
And which age is that?
It was like the tail end of the Blue Age before it became, the current age.
Yeah, we're in the time of desolation now.
Yeah. Sort of the death of his kingdom sort of marked the transition point into the current era.
But tell us, do you remember what happened here? It seems almost as if defiling magic was used.
These are your heroes and your heritage scattered across this courtyard, men who resisted the rise of the defilers. We are all here now, all of the ghosts and the shades. They all sort of stand there solemnly in a crowd watching their leader. I cannot rest. I am held here at the site of my failure. I thought it would work. Perhaps the legions outside our gates made me impatient. It began the day I discovered the source of the defilers' power. It was not at all obvious, but once understood, so simple that it was stunning. It was like adding a sail to a ship. It was destructive, of course, but I never imagined just how destructive. Sometimes to know your enemy, I guess you must become your enemy, yes? I began to discern the logical extension of the Defiler's inquiry, transfiguration channeled through the structure of these very walls, fueled by the life force of my enemy's minions, and focused through the veins of obsidian beneath our feet. I discovered that I could transform myself. I did not fully understand what I would become. I was certain it would be a conduit of immeasurable power, some kind of a gateway into the very elements around us. Something wonderful. With more time to study, I would have learned, but my time was running short. Merrick's legions had been outside my gates for a full cycle of the sun. My people, they were starving. We could not resist for very long. My choice was clear. It was either succumb to the Defiler or use the Defiler's science against them. Just this once I would use it. It was, I believed, just. I would use their own weapon to defeat them. Think of the lives I would save and the damage I would do to the Defiler's growing ambition. The spell failed, of course. Not a soul within these walls survived. I got my wish, I suppose. Merrick's forces were consumed too, and now here I am, waiting for the day that my spirit can rest finally, and be laid to rest, and that day may never come. And he sort of shudders.
I wonder if we can help.
How do we bring back my wife?
In response to
I'm pretty much.
He's a
alright,
lover
stop.
and mess.
Hang on.
He turns towards the barren patch of dirt. You see that barren patch of dirt you noticed earlier that was of no interest?
Next to the Taurus.
He points at it. He says, "The tools made to snatch the breath of life must be used to restore it. I'm so tired. I must rest now."
But how can we bring back the power of psionic in this world? How can we stop that item, that artifact you made?
The power of love. So what did he mean by that? Do I get to make an Arcana check on that? Like what he meant?
If you want.
He said the tools of life are there. Something.
Are the tools of life inside the
I
building?
like how
maybe?
he used up his entire speaking time just giving us one massive speech. Went halfway through, right? Yeah, you used the dark power and then it killed everyone. We have some questions actually.
Can we go in the building?
20.
He sends his spectral war beetle away, and he looks very tired now. He shrinks down in size, and he sits down on the rubble here. Just an old tired ghost with sad but kind-looking eyes.
Will you let me passage to your temple?
He just beckons with his arm. He doesn't seem to care. He does tell you that he does repeat himself. He says the tools made to snatch the breath of life must be used to restore it. He'll also talk about the Cyanatrix. You had a question about it. He says,
Right.
He says the Society of Mages was always very careful about these things. Every action has unanticipated consequences, and those were violent times. Naturally, we had our shield crystals. They were small stones that protected the wearer from the effects of the various devices we built. And he points at Orin, and he points right at the crystal that you've got when he says that. We also made certain that each of us had the capability to destroy any of our devices if need be. There is an extremely delicate device kept in the armory called a water hammer. It looks like a black glass cylinder, open at one end. A thinly etched line rings the outside of the glass. If you stand within 10 feet of the Cyanatrix and fill the cylinder precisely to the line with water, a pure, clear tone will begin to emanate from the water hammer. The Cyanatrix is extremely unstable and hence very vulnerable to the sympathetic vibrations. Within a few minutes, the gem will explode.
We need to get that item. We need to secure it.
Is there
When
any way
you
to
say
disable the
explode,
cyanide?
how big is the explosion?
He doesn't respond. He just stares off into the distance.
Right.
Action movie explosion big. I didn't say that. I'm sorry.
Star Trek vibrations, electromagnetism.
I'm gonna
I
head
love
to
it.
it.
I think it's pretty cool, actually.
Okay,
It's
so-
a cool attack.
What I was saying, I asked him what the tools of life must be used to restore it, and I rolled an arcane check of 20 for that.
The tools of life.
Who has reincarnate?
You've asked that already.
Well, no one responded.
I said I do.
Or someone else kept talking.
More does.
Restore the breath of life. You feel like it's got something to do with druids, maybe.
Okay.
Let's go in the temple and investigate where the tools are. to restore
Marcus.
life and
I
get
asked
rid of-
I asked Marcus. Yeah, I was about to say. I asked Marcus if he knows how to restore life.
Marcus says, what life? This place is dead, and there's no lava to be found in this part of the world.
No, but the breath of life, like he's saying. Could you cast it in that pile of dirt?
Alright, well, Marcus thinks for a while, and he says, maybe if we were to bring in some plants from outside, because if you look around, there's not a plant to be found anywhere here. I mean, we could maybe transplant some of those trees we passed. It would take a while. We'd have to travel back, uproot them, transport them. Not an easy process. It could take 10 hours, maybe.
More, do you think you have any parts that can grow things?
Oh, I'm on it.
Mm,
I tell them I'll be back, and I'm gonna start walking that way.
Marcus is going to go with you. Tremble is going to go with you. They'll make a project of it. It does take some time.
I split the party to go save her life.
We're gonna go in the temple, I think.
Marcus is going to ask the party to contribute some of their water supply. He says that as long as we water the plants when we plant them, they'll have a good chance of growing.
I'm fine with that. I can't grow anything from nothing. I can only support the growth of something that's already alive and there.
Bingo. Yeah.
Okay, James, I sent your character a message.
But you got 2 druids, so between the 2 of you and with a little elbow grease from Taurus, you can make something happen here. But it's going to take a while. So what's everybody else going to do? Do you want to explore a little bit in the meantime?
The ghost seems relatively sad. So can I give it a performance to cheer it up?
Sure.
I was gonna go in the temple.
I ask the ghost what he actually wants.
I wish to pass on. My soul cannot rest.
Yeah, I
Can
got
what
that
I've
part.
done ever be
Yeah.
forgiven? I touched the tainted, defile a magic, and ruined everything.
I got a 21 on the performance.
Alright, 21 on the performance. He rolls a morale check. An 8. 21 helps. Let's see, what does the ghost say?
What does the ghost say?
He tells you the armory is beneath this keep, in a hall deep below. It cannot be entered as long as my spirit persists.
So we gotta.
I will tell him that I have consoled many dead men, both actually dead and alive, who believe that their sins are unforgivable and that they must suffer. And I find that basically every time they hold themselves to too high a standard based on what they're capable of. I know too what it is like to hold yourself to an impossible standard and feel horrible pain whenever you fail. But know this, your failure is not so unless you decide that it is so. You currently stand with an army of wraiths, the royal soldiers who died for your cause, and an evil sorcerer still on the loose who you merely restricted. If you want to bring yourself to finally come to pass, do all that is possible to right this wrong, and know that there is nothing left for you but the peace of non-existence, not the peace of death.
Also, you guys killed Merrick. He was the Shadow Giant.
Oh, what?
Oh.
So you probably could have gotten some brownie points by saying, we killed the guy who was here besieging your city.
I mentioned that.
No, that was the other giant. You're talking about the other giant, not the one that was in this battle.
Not this battle, but last week, the Shadow Giant.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Alright, so Chris, you went into that side room there. So there's an entry hall, and it looks like the enormous gates and the dirt floor of this large room suggest that messengers must have been riding their mounts directly into the keep, into this entry hall. And it also used to be used to outfit wagons, so you can see that around. And then there's side chambers that you can go into, and you went into the left side chamber, where you find row upon row of benches for people. It's like a receiving room where they could wait to talk to people. At the back of the room, there's a staircase that would have gone into an upper part of this building, but everything is completely collapsed, and you can't actually go up there.
Mm-hmm. Can we fly up there, though?
Yeah, you can fly up there, but it's just rubble.
Okay. I'm gonna cast detect magic while I'm inside the building.
All right, and you can see there's doors that go off into the sides and around into the back parts of the underground part here.
I'll follow Morg, where I think that's where he went.
Trying to figure out which direction I should be looking. It's got like a 3/4 overhead, right? Or is it actually this far sandwiched of a pentagon?
Yeah, it's isometric.
Isometric, right?
So you want the images at the bottom.
I see you. Oh, that is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And you can sort of see how the stairs go up to the guard towers.
The dark part where the bag is, that's where all the things have fallen apart, pretty much.
Yeah, so like if you went upstairs, you'd just be looking at these ruins here. So you can see them on this image, and that's all you can see, and there's nothing of value up there. Everything is destroyed beyond belief. But everything that you can explore is the part that survived on the first floor down here under that ruin.
Can I do a survival perception check for trails? If people walk by.
Yeah. Roll it.
I'm looking around for the tools.
Got to 26.
All right. You do find some bloody footprints that go in this direction.
Of a half giant.
No.
Morgue.
27. I'm looking for the tools that the preserver mentioned.
Ah. Metaphor.
Again.
It was metaphor. It was not literal tools.
Morgue, I want to warn you. Look down on the stair. The bloody steps. Seems like someone walked that way. Might be the
Wait,
rest of
you
their
say
group.
Do you say they're half-giant sized footsteps?
No, they're not half giant.
Okay, they might be the rest of the group.
Ulrich died before she got this far. You guys are past the point she made it.
If we're still mentally linked with everyone, I'll let them know that we found bloody footprints in the building.
Well, I kind of thought I'd be up there with you. Can we be up there with you? I mean, I kind of thought that I should be up there. Boom. There we go.
You are now.
I'm still talking to the. I didn't move my character. I'm still talking to the guy.
Sure.
Did my speech work on him? Are you feeling better?
Not really.
Bad the performance.
His spirit has not been put to rest yet, so he's still kind of unhappy.
What would help assuage your guilt?
Death, he sounds like.
All he has to say is that the tools made to snatch the breath of life must be used to restore it.
Oh. Oh.
You know, you could. This is me, and you could stand to be less cryptic about all this. I guess walking up to everyone else.
But that suggests that we could bring them all back to life. An age later? I don't know about that, but it is an artifact, so whatever. Interesting.
I bear my holy sword into this temple and brave whatever nonsense might be lurking within.
Hey, Joe, are you there?
Yep.
Joe, so when you split the party, you go off with Marcus and Trenbull, and something happens while you're traveling and dealing with the collection of the plants and the trees and things. Trenbull seems upset. And he says, obsidian. They focus the magic through obsidian. Obsidian is the Filer's fuel. Without it, they can't fuse the arts of the disciplined mind with the sciences of the magic, he said. Without it, they can't increase the power. I feel sick. I taught the Maratuk how to mine the obsidian of Charvas, and we sell it to the Sorcerer Kings. I was selling some to Akarakle, the Sorcerer Queen of Ram. Oh God, what have I done? Marcus says, put an end to it, son.
Wow.
I am very interested in how their relationship is going to be going out of this situation.
Actually, Marcus is going to say, but who are you to decide what is best for the Maratuk? Who are you to keep from them the prosperity to which they are entitled? Yeah, Trenbull stares. He's thinking about it, brooding.
I can't wait till Taurus tells me about that. Because Taurus, you're the only one with
Hopefully he
them.
does.
You're the only one with Tremble and Marcus, right?
He is.
Yeah.
All right, so back in here, you're going to find that up ahead, all of these individual little rooms are the rooms that belong to the soldiers, the dead soldiers. So, would you like to go into any of these rooms and look around?
Yeah.
Just let me know where you go. Make your rolls.
I am.
I'm not.
No?
I'm Mr. I'm a rogue, but I'm not gonna go into all these I mean, they're not they're fellow soldiers, but I wouldn't be going through their stuff. Besides, they're soldiers that are preservers. I like them. They're honored dead. I'm not going through that.
To go. Do we have any sign that we're from the Dawn, that we know the Dawn Alliance or anything like that? Like a symbol or...
No, there's no symbol of the Veiled Alliance. They're very secretive. I mean, you could just say that we're working with the preservers as well, or something like that might help.
Yeah.
I'm going in this room and I have my detect magic turned on.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
I'm
will
with
go with him and say out loud, "An agent of the preservers sanctifies this hole," or something along those lines,
All
so
right.
that he doesn't get immediately mobbed by ghosts or skeletons or something else.
But where are you though? Like you're with the ghost, or you're with us?
He's back with the ghost.
No, I'm not. I said I was going with you guys because I couldn't convince the ghost to move on, so I was
All
going
right.
with.
You'll have to run to catch up with them because they've gone way deep into the dungeon here.
I went back to go with them a while ago.
All right.
After I
So
was like, taking my holy sword and going in.
yeah. Where do you go? What do you do?
So we're caught up
I
with.
do the thing I just said.
He's trying to sanctify the place.
Good.
Oh,
Not
I,
literally. I don't have to.
That's fine.
I'm saying that I'm an agent of the preservers here to sanctify, etc., etc., so that no
Announcing
undead
our
horror.
allegiance. Yeah.
I'm looking for glowing
Yes.
stuff.
So that no undead horrors jump out of this trying to rip our gallbladders out from our eyeballs.
These rooms were of indeterminate purpose. The violence of the splitting walls and the passage of time have left no clues about their use.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to this one.
That is interesting, isn't it? Any obsidian in the walls?
Nah. This place is utterly destroyed. Rubble everywhere.
There's nothing magical to be found.
Are there
No.
skeletons inside?
No. They're all out in the courtyard.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
into this one.
Yep. We're coming out this way.
Okay. A large dining hall marked by a large overturned table and benches, a hole in the floor.
Ooh, I take a look in the hole. Is it over here?
It's like a well hole, but it looks like there's levels to it.
I will tie a rope to whatever's solid around here. Is there anything to anchor on?
No.
I'll hold the rope.
That's
You wanna go
surprising.
down?
If it's a well hole, that you'd imagine that there's a place for them to anchor their own rope to.
Is there a heavy table somewhere in this room?
Keep in mind, this place was like a wizard's place.
Is there a heavy table in this room?
Yeah, there was an overturned table in the dining area there.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie up to that.
Okay, so you drag over the heavy table, you tie off to that. That'll work.
Yeah, and then make my way down into the hole.
All right.
We need to go underneath
You're
to find the
descending.
armory.
Descending to the lower levels.
We should be careful. We will probably find the hurricanes.
Okay.
And Sia, you're with us, huh?
If you descend to level 2, you go down right here.
You're with us, Sia?
Yep.
All right.
Where is Sia?
Do we find more blood
I got
footprints as we're going down near the well?
Yeah, the blood trail actually led right to the well.
Oh, dang.
Perfect.
They left through the well, didn't they?
Can we contact Forrest from this far away?
Yeah.
Aren't we all telepathically bond? Wait, how many people are in the party? Come to think of it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we could also connect Trenbull and Marcus.
That's a lot.
So,
let's.
okay, hold on. This may be metagaming, but how long is it going to take them to go ahead and get foliage, vegetation?
The guide says 10 hours.
Crap.
So I want an arcane eye down. I want an arcane eye down the well.
Okay, so like I said, it's got levels. If you descend the well, it opens up into a very, very large open chamber full of statues and side passages and doors. But it also continues down. It actually goes down to a water level like a well, but it's clearly designed to also be a way to move between like different levels of the like the underground here, but maybe like using a levitation spell or something.
So the water is levitating?
No. I'm saying like a person moving between levels would use the levitate spell,
Yeah.
but it's sized for a medium creature to move up and down the well.
So if Taurus was here, he'd have a hard time getting down.
He could do it. He could squeeze. It'd be a tight fit, though.
I guess I'm wondering, if we should be waiting for Taurus to come down, come back.
Yeah, if you guys want to take a long rest, he could catch up.
What the hell are we giving spell back?
Second.
Do you want to do it here or in the dining hall that was like above here?
I kind of figure up in the dining hall, among the dead soldiers, but
Because you're kind of like descended into a dungeon here, and who knows what's down there.
yeah, I kind of feel like, on the one hand, cinematics would demand that we make haste and hustle after the Urukites, but
Oh, they had such a head start.
yeah. So, party says we're gonna go ahead and take a long rest to unite the party again.
All right, cool. Hey, Joe,
Yeah.
you're back.
Okay.
All right. What are we doing?
All right. I assume somebody from the party will meet you at the front gate and lead you down to this lower level here they found. You'll find it quite difficult, but you can squeeze down the well. There is an alternative route, but it hasn't been found yet. If you'd like to throw yourself on the board there, are you at your computer?
Go ahead.
But
They didn't want to
Yes.
progress because there might be things to hit. Who knows?
well, not only that, but also like if the final confrontation is here and we're gonna leave Joe out of it, that's kind of
Wait.
bad form.
So, I got the tree. I carried a tree back over here,
Exactly. I thought he's gonna want to take care of that.
and I planted the tree in this spot.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
And Marcus is tending to it with his druid powers.
Okay. And now I have to pour water on it now.
Yes. And
So
I
I'll pull out my barrel and I'll pour as much water until he tells me to stop. I don't know.
Okay. You water the plants. The plants are growing. Behind you, the ghost. The ghost stands up, and for a second, instead of just a silhouette of a man, he almost takes on like the appearance of a regal, middle-aged wizard king. And he just stares off into the distance, and he says, "It is done," and then he disappears.
Huh.
Oh.
Nice.
One
And then
flash,
the
yeah.
entire rest of the army disappear as well. The whole.
Yeah, all of the army of ghosts, they're just gonna turn around and begin walking away, and as they walk into the distance, they vanish off into the shadow realm.
The frick! I left for like 2 minutes. What happened?
No,
What
we were
about-
all there.
And lifted
We
the
were
What
all
about
there.
Gulrich?
Were them? Were them?
Yeah, Marcus planting a tree sent the ghosts away.
and then I promptly
That
pushed
was
for
it.
Yeah, that was it.
the well.
Planting a tree. That's the breath of life.
What about
Oh, I
Gulrich?
thought
That
they.
bring
I thought it was
Ulrich
more-
back.
I thought it was more layered than that too.
No. You breathe the oxygen that trees produce. It's all about planting a tree.
That's it.
Okay. So
When we get in the well, I will look around and see the entrance to the cave that have these holes in the wall. That's probably where the Urukites went and moved camp when I saw them all scrying earlier. Although I doubt they're there anymore.
I have a
See
question.
if their tracks would go away in a different direction.
Yeah, they went towards the hole. What's up, Tara?
Did Ulrich come back to life?
No. Nobody revived her. He is keeping the corpse, though.
Okay. Just
And it's been 10 hours.
keeping that in mind.
It's warm.
Don't worry about it. I have an ingenious plan. It's fine.
Yeah, the flies are having
Anyway.
a feast.
Why is he keeping the body?
Does anyone have 1,000 ceramics worth of rare oils?
Rare.
I don't even know what that means, but rare oils and
Oh, that
onions.
reminds me.
You mean
Taurus,
if you
I
sweat
cast
in
Gentler
Death Note?
Repose on you.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
cast Gentler Repose on your hat.
He's got to
I
preserve
cast
your
Gentler
girlfriend.
Repose on-
She's as good as beef jerky right now.
You have to cast it twice though, because there's two halves.
Oh
I'll
my
reconnect
god.
the halves. Push.
Taurus is just sitting
Not
here
done with
like,
my
oh.
I don't understand. Like, I'm devastated. We just spent.
I mean, you're the one that
don't
smacked her in
months.
half.
Oh, that's good
Worry
bedside
not.
manner.
You know what? I'm telepathing him, so I can't be interrupted. Worry not, Taurus. I have a plan, although it might not end exactly ideal for you.
No, what happens is, so Taurus is there sitting, like kneeling over his, crying, over Ulreg. And then, who was it? Long comes up and says, well, you cut her in half.
Because I thought someone was able to resurrect her.
They just don't want to.
So, if they refuse to resurrect her, I refuse to fight. I'll just wait.
Just keep her.
Bride.
Just keep her body steady, all right?
There are other ways to resurrect her. Doesn't Nibene owe you a favor? I mean, you can call in some pretty big favors. You also know some heavy hitters in tier. There's a lot of ways to go with this.
I
Taurus,
have a plan. Let's just move on.
I was down to enable this at first, but if you're gonna call in a favor from a sorcerer king to bring back someone who probably doesn't even love you, that's kind of a big.
Like I said, I could
Okay.
do it for 1,000 ceramics. Although she might not remain a half giant, so I don't know if she's gonna be able to have kids with you after I reincarnate her.
Is that all you worried about? I mean, there's a lot more things at stake. I mean, think about this, Taurus.
She'll come back as a gadge. Oh boy.
I have my own
That's not one of
sinister
the
plans.
options.
Benevolent intent, but leave that to one side.
I think it's best if we just let her go. Just.
No, that's for sucking. Moving on.
So, you guys have been camped out in the rock landing. This cave was apparently used as a rock landing by the besieged army of Akarakle. There's a 30-foot ceiling marked by a hole opening into the upper room, the dining hall. The portal provides access to the well immediately below it. It's 30 feet down to the water, so if you need water, you can refill your water here.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Yeah, we'll do that.
And as I described, there's a door. The door is over here, and there's another door over here, and there's a
Where's
side
the-
passage here, and a room over there.
Where's the blood going?
The blood came down the hole and went to the cliff there.
But the water is running like it's not stagnant water. It seems clean and safe.
Now, this is a functional well. It works as good as it ever did. If
So then
you
once we get the water, I figure we'll be chasing the blood trail.
It's about 20 feet deep, so if you were to fall down the well, it's survivable.
Okay.
Before we continue, and I especially look at Prius, I don't plan to resolve this situation peacefully, but I would like to do it with the appropriate level of flair and subtlety. So could you not just burst into the battlefield, destroying everything in sight?
No
No
promises?
What are we talking
Hey,
about?
both said the same. How did we say the exact same thing at the exact same time? That's great.
Oh man.
Because barbaric minds think alike.
You know what? I have to go ahead and clasp Taurus's hand at that.
I will one up both of
With a
you
smirk.
and say that I promise the exact opposite, that we will burst into violence upon sight. Fuck the Akarakle.
We will destroy them.
I mean, I agree with this sentiment, but I don't feel like you're handling it properly.
They left us in a jail cell to rot, okay? And they're also
Yes,
working
but, you
for a
know-
sorcerer king.
Indeed, which is why they need to be removed. But like, you know, at least let it be a proper climactic finale.
Yeah,
other words-
a living sacrifice to flame sounds quite right to me.
In other words, let's give a moment for some monologuing.
Before we burn them alive. Okay, let's keep on going in this cave.
Okay.
Hey, Grimorn. Taurus is carrying a dead body, and there's a bunch of glowing objects on that dead body.
What color is it glowing?
The armor that Ulreg was wearing is glowing red.
Is it cursing forest right now?
He's not wearing it.
Okay, I thought it just touched
Is
you.
it just the armor, or is there anything else?
The axe strapped to her back and the throwing axes strapped to her belt are also glowing, but glowing blue.
What do they do?
The helmet on her head is also glowing blue.
Oh. What is it made of?
Hey Taurus, would you mind holding
Bronze.
it upright, like over your shoulder, so that it looks like she's standing?
She has dwarf-made plate mail. She has a horned bronze great helm. She has an iron great axe and 3 stone throwing axes.
Iron great axe.
I mean,
Taurus,
hold
have
on.
you noticed that she's wearing a full set of armor and weapons that are magical? That iron great axe is glowing in the right color. Not that armor, though. That seems to be quite cursed.
Didn't you guys? Didn't one of us use detect magic and see that all of
Yeah, I have detect magic on.
Ottomans and all of them had magical equipment?
Yeah, and we didn't know that.
Let's wait till we actually know what it does.
And the throwing axe, too, is glowing. The helmet is glowing. I'm quite curious about the helmet. Do you mind if I take it off of her head?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm surprised it's still
Can't take
attached
it
while
right
you're
now.
moving her around.
Well, by the time we get back to civilization, all that's going to be left is bones of this corpse.
Ooh.
I cast Gentle Repose, I will remind you.
How long does that last?
She'll be alive.
10 days before I reapply it.
Oh, you can just keep using it?
Yes.
Not sure why we're playing with that corpse here.
So, if
I don't
you
know why you do have to.
if you inspect the body at all, you'll notice that the cursed armor that she's wearing, it's a very strange plate armor. It's almost as if it's got like a backpack built into it.
Not gonna mess with that.
Have to see if there's something inside, but Taurus comes back on his mind, maybe. Taurus, you fall in love with every woman you see. I'm not sure what's so special about this one.
She promised him baby.
Oh, whoa!
She did say she would hook up with him if he survived being thrown into a volcano.
Technically, he didn't survive being
I have
thrown in
many
the volcano,
reasons,
like
both
it's-
benevolent and personal, to see this woman raised from the dead. And your callous arguments are not swaying either of us.
Do it for true love. That did inspire the ghost a little bit. That was the reasoning.
Whoa,
As the common woman
True
question is,
stupid
if she
love.
turned into a dragonborn, would you still love her?
Yes.
Interesting.
Why?
Anything in this room?
Oh, you go into the side room. All right, stepping into this side room, you're immediately assaulted by the smell of leather. Piles and piles and piles of leather. Close to 2,000 pounds it must be. Huge, huge piles of old leather, but it hasn't turned to dust.
Oren, where are you?
I touched the leather.
I was looking over here to make sure that we don't lose the trail.
We found something that you might like.
Look, can't we investigate that after we take care of the Urukites?
Yeah, fair. I don't care.
There's not much to that. So you'll find bloodstains go to the end of the hall here, past the statues, and this is the area where divination showed them hanging out after they got their asses kicked. And from this point, the trail goes cold. You don't know where they are, and there's no more blood trail. It just stops here at the edge of this cliff.
Oh, that was a resting
Can't
point.
find my character model.
But you do know that they previously were aided by Hamanu with a teleport, so maybe they were teleported from this location.
What?
That would be silly of them. To be so close and then to return in failure, they'd be slain. They'd be killed on the spot by Hamanu.
Well, they lost Ulrig. Maybe the rest of them were pretty bad off also. Who knows?
Weren't they short of one or two from the original group that they were?
Ulrig's the first one that actually died. They were wounded when you looked at them last, though.
I thought when they were attacked by that, like the poison and all that.
They fought a bunch of stuff. They worked their way in through all the undead and everything, but it was a tough battle.
So is it-
Locate objects, and I'm trying to locate those fancy, that
The water
fancy
hammer?
gear.
It's in the armory on the second level here, if that's what you're looking for, the water hammer.
That's not what I was doing.
Hmm.
I was looking for I don't know, just an item of their leader. I don't remember what specifically he had.
Okay, just like his staff or something. It's just
Urakite gear.
priestly-looking Urukite.
So locate Templar, crest or armor or something.
Yes.
Far from here. Location west of here on the island.
What, 1,000
Is it
feet
within
and
1,000 feet of me?
Yeah. But it's far. It's west. Far to the west. Back the way you came.
Within 1,000 feet, so that's if it's less than a mile. Are you sure about that, Ninja?
Yeah, but it's like nowhere near here.
So they're just randomly out in the desert.
Yeah. They went to a safe location. They were getting their asses kicked here by all the undead. They had to flee. They were cornered on a cliffside.
Can Omen make it down here where I'm at?
Yeah, he can easily fly around and come in right through there. So this place was designed for rocks to fly in here, and rocks are way bigger than your Tarax.
Okay, I call him in, and then I leave, and then I try to figure out where the Urakites are, quietly and stealthily.
Yeah, the trail's gone cold. There's really no way to know.
So,
Locate object.
And I already said they're west of here.
That's why I'm going west.
Do I know that?
All right.
Have you passed that information on to us?
I told you all.
You leave the party.
Unless I say otherwise, I say otherwise, you can assume that I tell you things that I learned.
It's going to take a very long time to go over there.
But you should, roleplay that, I would imagine.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to be quick about it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. But now I understand what this is. Like just an opening here. So if the trail runs cold there, my assumption, until you say otherwise, is that they're here somewhere.
They're not. The guide never mentions them again.
What?
Okay, I don't.
You guys are chasing a bunch of dead ends.
They just vanished from the.
Yeah, they have
vanished from the
been
plot.
they have been taken out of it. You cannot find them.
What?
Yeah, give up now.
That saves me a strike, so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna save you time because you guys are following a bunch of dead leads here.
Oh, okay. All right, fair. Well then, okay.
Oren,
To the armory
come and
then.
take a look at the mass pile of leather.
Okay, I'm looking at the leather. I love the smell of leather. I turn into Leather Daddy immediately.
Out of character. No, stop. I have to complain. Out of character. What the frick? Character frickin' betrays us. Set up the scene where they're weakened, and the party is allowed to confront them. And we forgot about them. They didn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense. Like that the guy doesn't let you have a big confrontation with them.
Listen, Ninja.
I'm just following the book as it's written.
I can appreciate that, but I suspect that you might give us that that fan service at some point.
I'm pretty sure it leaves it up to me to use them in the future, but it explicitly says they were here and they're not here anymore and they get away. So that's where we're at right here in the story.
That's fair.
That is so freaking lazy.
Well, think about it. Maybe
I guess
maybe they come in later and I just haven't read that part yet. Down the line, they might play an important role that nobody knows about, but they get away at this point.
This just feel like where we are right now is that we're at the part where we find a bunch of treasures and we're happy.
You could if you explored more, maybe.
I know.
You just all retired.
I'd even say maybe you already walked past half of the treasure.
Yeah, like what is in this room? What do I find that makes me a millionaire?
Okay, we'll go back and explore this place properly now.
Right.
Even
Look,
so, Eclipse got picked up by emergency helicopter, and it's hilarious and terrible, and it makes me want to punch things and laugh.
Okay, listen. I will admit too that now that I've seen the soldiers dismissed and laid to rest by Marcus and Trimble and Torith, that now I feel much less bad about going through their belongings.
And they have passed on to the next life, which is non-existent. What a grim, dark setting.
You know, I was expecting more, actually. They saved themselves in the Shadowfell.
Well, maybe they can have some camaraderie. At least they're not alone, because they're all arriving at the same time.
Yeah. Okay.
Meaning they're right back where they started again.
But they never have to fight the mortals again. They get to relax.
Alright, so you're witnessing Orange to Leather Daddy by going through all this old leather?
Yeah. There's a ton of leather. 1,800 pounds of leather. It's good leather. You can craft things out of it. Its actual purpose originally was to make rock saddles. So around the shop here, you'll find leatherworkers' tools if you wanted to take a set of those. There's tables for the leather to be processed, and racks for the leather to be cured, and giant vats for the leather to be boiled if you wanted to harden it. So the whole 9 yards. This is a fully featured leather shop with tons of material everywhere. So if you wanted to take a bunch, maybe resell it or open your own leather shop, everything for that is here.
Oh, making our black market leather shop. I like Long's comment. I think this is going to be a turning point in my character.
Can you repeat what just happened? I'm confused.
You found a leather working shop.
Yeah.
A lot of leather. What is
How do I
in this
resurrect,
room?
girl?
Is
How
this
does
room
being in a
here
leather
also
working
part of
shop
the
help
leather?
us?
It doesn't. Is this room that me and Grimorn are in, it's also part of the leather workshop, or is this something else?
This is actually the armory that you're looking into.
Okay, I rolled a 17 for investigation.
All right. The detect magic you had active is going to definitely notice a few things in this room. Most of the items here are absolutely destroyed by time. Decrepit, ancient things of little to no value. However, among those objects, you do see certain things that stand out as pretty impressive. There's an amazing-looking longsword, an amazing-looking steel bastard sword. The longsword was steel as well. And a bit of a showpiece, there's a podium with a gold and diamond ring on it.
I go for the ring.
Yeah, you take the ring. There's also a shelf and a box. So
More, take a look in that box. I bet the item we're looking for is in there.
I grabbed the box and
the box contains a red, a green, and a water blue crystal.
oh, this is probably the crystal we're looking for, although there's some other gems in here too.
The water blue crystal was described as a shield crystal, so that's identical to the other one that you had that allows you to use psionic abilities.
Right, the one that I have.
So you're immune to the effects of the Cyanatrix if you're holding the water blue crystal. You have no idea what a red or green crystal does.
If I grab them, do I get any sense of what they do when I hold them?
Now, never, like, none of these crystals actually indicate what they do. Even the cyanatrix thing, like, you wouldn't immediately... Well, I guess you wouldn't have a headache if you're holding it, but that's the only reason you'd notice that it's doing anything.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, do I have any feeling at all of what the other things do, or they
No.
don't give me a feeling?
Not a thing. Now, the shelf...
You found the cyanatrix then?
Yes.
The shelf contains broken colored glass cylinders. 2 are intact, a red and a black one.
Are these match the description
I would-
of the water
I
hammer?
would like to.
The water hammer was described as a black cylinder.
So I'll grab the
I would
black
like
cylinder.
to Arcana check.
It was also described as incredibly fragile.
I will put it
I
in
would
the.
like to Arcana check.
You're not there.
Yes, I am.
You left.
I don't know
You're in
why
a
you-
different room.
You're flying west. You're looking for the Urukites.
Oh, right, that. I thought
No.
we retconned that because you said that the thing wasn't happening.
Right. Yeah. He didn't leave
Do you
the
want
park.
to? All right, then you did not leave. Do you want to be in the armory with everybody else?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
confused. Hold on. Why are we down here? I never got to the answer of how to
The
bring
cyanatrix that's causing all the psychic
You
nonsense.
bring Ulrich back to life by traveling to a place where there's a high-level cleric with the resurrect spell.
Anyway, Arcana check on the cyanatrix to turn it off.
The cyanatrix is not here. The cyanatrix is in the Dragon Crown Mountains on the northwest side of the map.
Oh, okay.
You're
Just here to get her the item to break it.
hundreds of miles from the cyanatrix. It's far, far away.
So I'll
So
put.
mission complete then. You found the thing.
You found the water hammer that can destroy the cyanatrix. And you
It's
found
the red one.
a second shield crystal.
Taurus,
Yeah.
do I know about your special hearing? I don't remember. Your bag of holding.
Oh, the earring here.
I mean, yeah, you guys probably see me take stuff out of it.
All right, there's also another item hanging on the wall. It is a odd item. So imagine like a dream catcher. You know what a dream catcher is, right? Okay. Like, so it's a bunch of complicated, tangled knots constructed into a symbol, shape, a rune, and it hangs like with like several shapes make up the whole thing, and it looks like it's got some important use.
I can't make heads or tails of it, but I will point it out.
So this is a Arcana check, if anybody wants to make it.
I'm not really good with that.
Is it also glowing as magical?
It is.
Yeah. It is magical.
Well, it's fake. And I'll grab the sword specifically for the assault.
Yeah, there's a bastard sword and a long sword.
Is it magical or is it just,
Yes, they are magical.
do you know the magic or is it
Walked into.
We don't know what they are.
Yep,
I just know they're magical.
I will pick up the sword and inspect it.
Oh yeah. Do you pick up the bastard sword or the long sword?
The long sword is something that I could probably do more with.
Okay, you take this longsword, and it's an amazing looking weapon. It has a pink diamond in the pommel. It's clearly meant for like a lord or a noble. And it's got the finesse property, which means you can use dexterity to wield it, which is strange in a longsword.
Perfect for me.
Taurus,
Yeah.
would you mind protecting this black tube? It's very fragile. Could you put it in that earring of yours? I think you would probably be a better guardian than I am.
I don't know.
It needs to be protected. It's incredibly fragile. And it's the only thing that can destroy the cyanatrix.
What am I trying to protect? I don't even understand.
It's called the Water Hammer. It's a artifact that can destroy the cyanatrix.
Okay, cool. You got it.
All right.
Now, I would still like to go ahead and investigate what these other gems do. I mean,
What if, yeah. And that bastard sword, what does it look like? Can you describe it too?
All right. You take a look at the ancient steel bastard sword. It's a big, heavy thing. It's got a really big sort of like hilt with all of these little hooks and protrusions that can easily like catch and deflect. So it seems as if it's designed with parrying in mind. It's like a defensive weapon.
Is it magical?
Yeah.
Yes. You want this?
I mean, do we know? I could use it for sure.
We don't know what it does, but you might be able to wield it.
I mean, if Taurus doesn't want it, I'll take it.
I mean, it's made of steel, so right out of the gate, it's worth 38 gold.
I'll take it.
And what about those gems that Lauren was asking before?
What gems?
now they might be traps. They might be traps, but
No.
I am curious if they have. I mean, if they're related to this, it's really interesting.
Did you put it near my side of the table, the card?
I think he's talking about the psionic gems that are in the side of the box.
Right, the red, the green, all those.
Those are the thing that protects, like, for the.
No, the
like-
blue was the shield gem.
Yeah,
the
blue,
rest of them
Oh, yeah.
also
blue
shield
psionic.
What about the other one?
What
Hak-
happens if I grab that?
Hakar did not mention the other objects. They are mysterious.
I'm gonna hold the
What
red gem
happens
and
if
then
I-
try punching the wall. Does it give me strength?
No, it does nothing.
Are they magical?
Yes.
All three of them? Okay.
We'll have to get them get them identified.
Yeah, all of the crystals and the cylinders are all considered like legendary magical artifacts, but the function of them is completely unknown unless you've been told by Hakar specifically. He told you the black cylinder is the water hammer, and he told you the shield crystal is the water blue gem. So those are the only two that you currently have identified.
We'll bring the rest of them with us because after all, that's really seems rather important, and maybe if nothing else, the sages of Tyr might be interested in learning about these.
I was thinking that since the blue one is about the mind, I was thinking the red one might do something about the body.
Maybe it's a fire gem. Red is the color of flames.
Is there a card for the sword?
Some flames can
Nah,
be
it-
the white.
It's got the stats of a bastard sword, but it's not identified yet, so I don't want to reveal any of the things it does just yet.
The good thing about bastard swords is that you have the one-handed and then you can swing it with two hands too, no?
Yeah, correct. It can be a
That's like,
two-handed weapon.
It's like a 1d10 or 1d12, can't remember.
2d6.
Oh,
No,
2d6,
Taurus would-
nice.
Wait, so it
That,
could be two-handed?
It can be a d10 longsword style, one-handed, or it can be a 2d6 greatsword.
Hey, but can it be dual-wielded with another weapon in my other hand?
If you use it as a 1d10, and you have the feat that lets you use a non-light weapon, well, two-handing, yes, but only with the feat.
Okay.
Or the fighting style.
I have the fighting style.
I think the fighting style just lets you use your bonus on the offhand, right?
You might be right. I don't know. I don't know enough about the fighter's ability.
I'm
With
pretty
two
sure.
weapons-
I'm pretty sure you need to get the feat for it.
When you engage in two-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the second attack. Yep.
Okay, so you would need the feat.
We'll keep on going down this corridor.
Yeah, back to that.
Does anybody want to make an Arcana check on that
I'll make it.
Dreamcatcher on the wall?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have good intel stats.
I don't either, but I'll still try.
Taurus would be good for that. With his high intelligence.
With the Arcana check, I get a 10.
10. Okay. You look at it and you get the idea that this is like a scroll. It contains a magic spell, a single-use magic spell, and each one of the knots in it is an individual spell. So the left one seems to have 2 spells, and the one on the right has 3.
That was my
I informed the party of this. Hey guys.
That might be useful, but we don't know what spells it has stored in it, so we don't want to go around poking
Yeah.
and unraveling it on
Tho-
accident.
those are not the type of spells I'm capable of wielding.
Yeah, you're not capable.
They're
A
not
10 was not high enough to get more info than that.
It spells you're
I'm
not
gonna
capable.
Arcana check it.
Yeah, go for it. Give it your best shot. Maybe you can do better than a 10.
You can, for sure.
wounded. 25.
All right. So, the one with 2 knots, the symbol that it depicts is clearly a symbol of restoration. So that is like a scroll of restoration times 2. And the one on the right is clearly like the eye of identification, and it's got 3 knots. So you could identify 3 items with the scroll on the right. And these scrolls are universal. Anybody with the ability to use psionics can activate one.
I will take that scroll, and that's it. I'm not using it right now because if I remember correctly, and I think I do, identify is a ritual, meaning that if I can transcribe the spell, then I can just cast it. I think. Yeah.
Do sorcerers work that way? I mean, I thought scribing was just a wizard thing.
I have the ritual caster feat.
Yeah, that'll do it, I guess. Yeah. That would give you the identify ritual, I think, if you scribe that scroll. I think you have to spend some resources to scribe a scroll, though, like some money and stuff, some time.
Yeah, let me see. What,
Are
this
these
is a
are
first
these
level
holes over here
spell.
the exits to look out towards the Silt Sea?
If you look outside, the Silt Sea would be just outside
Cool.
this entrance here.
I go over here and I contemplate jumping off.
Man, ass man.
You having a bad day, Joe? Your girlfriend turned into a ghoul?
Yeah.
This sucked.
The guide is brutal, right? The Dark Sun world. Oh, the cruel and tragic fate. It was like the only Urukite you liked, right?
Yeah.
But in the D&D world, you can bring people back to life. So all is not lost.
Someone who could do that.
Wait, Ninja, I have a question. It's about something like that happened way earlier on.
Uh-huh.
I said I can. I just need 1,000 ceramics worth of rare oils and hundreds.
From what city were those guys I made friends with back in the slave pits? What city were they from? There's like this little people that had their own tent, and
God.
yeah, well, back when we were in the slave pits, like way
Yeah, it's
back.
here.
No, like they were from a different city. They were spies and shit.
Ulrich?
I think it was.
There was actually like an Urukite ranger in the party for a while earlier on.
I think it was Eric.
Yeah.
Just remember.
Yeah, I don't have any oils. Come on, we give all of our oils to one person in the party.
What about sweat? I mean, does anyone have a half gallon of sweat?
Oh my gosh.
That was Psyker Frog, right?
Save your sweat.
Psyker Frog was playing a Urukite ranger. He was in the party. And he was he had a friend who was an Uruk spy. Is that who you were talking about?
I think so. Like back when we were in the slave pits, they had like their own tent. And,
I'm And I was using like one of the PNG figurines, and he had like an animal headdress that he wore.
Yeah, like that.
And he carried a bow. I forget his name, but yeah, he was Norikite.
All right. Taurus. Taurus.
What's up, man?
You're being called back from that ledge.
I will bring this horrific creature back to life for you.
Come back from that ledge, my friend.
Horrific creature.
Do you know that song?
Oh,
Joe loves to sing
really?
songs.
But only under one condition. I want you to
Get her to
undress
join our
her.
party?
I want you to undress her right now. Take her
Oh.
items away. And tie her hands and feet before I do.
Okay. Talk me into it.
That was easy.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we will keep her belongings.
Hold on. I got a thing. Where's it? It's on my table.
So you're saying you remove the cursed object before you reanimate. Got it.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to strip everything off. I feel like there's a way I could do it without touching the cursed objects, and I'll figure that out. You know, she's already dead.
You can use
So-
gloves, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
All right.
something like that. Or use
Actually,
like,
we don't have anyone who has like what is it, magical hands or whatever.
Mage hand, telekinesis.
I have that.
Yeah, you could do
I
it.
have that spell, but I'm asking you a question.
What?
Do you have reanimate?
I will bring her back to life.
so I take a
Do you
a
have
set of I
No,
take a set
stop.
of shackles
Stop.
out of my backpack. Stop what?
How are you going to do that?
I'm not gonna make her undead. If that's what you're asking.
That's
He
not
has-
what I asked. I asked how are
He's
you
a
going to
cleric.
bring
He
her
has
back?
He has revivify.
Revivify doesn't work after minutes
Or-
passed.
Oh, that's true.
I thought it doesn't. The time doesn't count since you
Preserve
should
the
Gentle
That
body.
took
telephone
10
her.
minutes to activate.
Revivify after she ghoulified. is
Oh, you
definitely
used it
not
as a
happening.
ritual instead of a spell cast as an activate?
Yes, because I can't use it as a spell.
So what you need is a resurrection spell, 7th level.
Yeah, no, I can reincarnate her, but like I said, I need some materials for that.
No, if I roll it, we're level 12, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who knows if maybe the God, Lord of Flames will answer my prayer.
Maybe he'll answer my prayers.
I mean, that's only one level beyond where you're at. You get a 7th level spell at 13th level.
Well,
All I
let
got
me-
the best is
let me-
level.
I say we just wait on
Where
the
I'm
idea,
at,
because
maybe
Christ
I
right
should-
now seems
Maybe
to-
you should tell me to pray to them.
Okay, I need a 12 out of 100, but I rolled a 13.
Oh shit!
Will the Lord of Flames.
No divine
Make an
intervention this time.
Fuck.
Hold on. So, I'll do what you were talking about. We'll take all of her stuff, put it in the barrel. So I have the set of shackles and chains used to hold captive crew members or slaves. I'm sure I'll need at least 2 of them. 2 sets for her. Tie her up. And I'll look over this. Look out here. And I will put her body over here, and I will start praying to the Lord of Flames.
All right. So what we
Never asking for anything.
what we need here is a ritual sacrifice and a religion check.
A ritual
Um,
sacrifice.
I
Like,
can do that, but the thing is, like, what are we gonna sacrifice?
Correct. What are you gonna sacrifice?
Sacrifice.
Can we sacrifice this cursed armor?
Sure.
Will a person work?
Well, in many cases, you would sacrifice an enemy, like an opposed cleric or a monster that you captured. Creatures are good for sacrifices, but you can also sacrifice an item of power, like a magic item.
I will sacrifice the cursed armor.
All right.
Okay, I'm in.
Hang on. I feel like cursed armor is a bad sacrifice. It's like sacrificing trash.
No, not
No,
necessarily.
we're cleansing. We're cleansing the world of this.
This was an
dangerous
armor
power.
most likely made by Herrick. It might be cursed, but it doesn't mean that it's a negative one. It might just mean that it's still a powerful item.
I wonder if it has any reason to believe that that is what caused her to become a ghoul after she died.
All right then.
No, they probably killed her. They probably reanimated her.
With a religion check, is there somebody who wants to assist me? Can I get bardic inspiration?
Yes, you may.
And can someone assist me with a religion? Is anybody who is
zealot of
capable?
flame.
Nice religion.
I'm a zealot of flame. Does that count?
You have to have proficiency in the religion.
Yeah.
Wow.
And roll
I
a
do
10.
not have proficiency.
I have half proficiency.
Half is good enough, I guess.
All right, I'll help.
Roll it and see if you get a 10.
Can I give you guidance? Is this a ability check?
Yeah.
Yep.
I give you a +2.
Okay. Nat 20.
Nice. Well, that gives you advantage. So roll the religion. Add your bonuses.
Yep. I added my bonuses, and I'm gonna re-roll it. That's the.
Yes, I started a bit
Oh,
of flame.
I get a 28.
28.
I'll endure the flame for an
Yes,
extra
yes.
bonus.
Back in my day, I studied a bit of the flame too, you might call it.
I gotta look up that chart. Give me a moment.
And I don't know if it's high enough.
It's not higher, that's not as high as you're used to.
I rolled a shit roll for the bardic inspiration. Everything rolled low. So.
Alright, where's the sacrifice table? It's like page 60 something, I think.
Can we know what it was that we sacrificed?
The armor? I think he said the armor, right?
Yeah. We know what it does. Since it's sacrificed already.
You could find out if you want to use one of the identify scroll knots in order to identify it before it's destroyed. There were 3, so Taro could still copy his scroll as long as you don't use all 3 of them.
After it's destroyed, can you just tell us what it was?
Ninja.
Yeah, after it's destroyed, I'll definitely tell you what was destroyed. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to call it here, Ninja.
All right. What is it?
Last night
11:42.
I stayed up past what I was supposed to go to sleep at, and I immediately regretted it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had I fell asleep while I was at the intern.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Don't
So,
do that.
yeah. So I won't do that this time. But good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace.
What do you have? A 28?
Yeah.
All right. Can we add any modifiers here? I'm looking down the list. How many people are here? Can you get 10 people for a +1?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 8 of us. If you include Marcus and Tremble.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit short of getting that +1 there. The sacrifice is aligned. Yes. That gives you a +1. All right. So your wish is granted. Life is restored. The armor disappears in a roar of flames. In Grimorn's mind, the Lord of Flames muses that this is a great sacrifice, and he only grants your wish because you have offered him such a vast fortune of wealth. He muses to himself, "What an item! Cursed, if you die in the armor, you are reanimated as a ghoul.
Fucking knew it.
Backpack of storage, 50 pounds worth of treasure. Poof."
Oh, we forgot.
What?
We forgot to empty it.
Ulreg's magic pockets contained 50 pounds of treasure. A small intricately carved figurine of an elf worth 1,000 CP. A silvered greatsword with an inscription in Dwarven, 3,000 CP. A pouch of 20 rough-cut rubies, 2,500 CP. A suit of scale mail armor, 800 CP. A vial of ink made from the blood of a giant scorpion, 500 CP. A set of bone dice, 200 CP. An intricately woven tapestry of a dragon, 1,500 CP. A finely crafted silver chalice bearing the emblem of a noble house, 2,000 CP. A small ornate music box that plays a haunting melody, 1,000 CP. A set of 6 emerald-studded gold rings, 5,000 CP. Total value of the sacrifice, 17,800 ceramic pieces. Plus the armor itself, which is worth 75,300 ceramic pieces, with an additional enchantment worth 2,000.
Oh my.
What is that? 70, 80, 93,000 ceramic pieces. You made a ridiculous valued sacrifice, and your wish was granted to restore life to the dead.
Divided by 2.
Imagine if we would just gave her back her life, when we first happened.
Are you happy, Taurus? Can you believe how much money was just spent to restore your girlfriend to life?
They said I would have done it for 1,000.
We don't know any of that.
No,
not yet. but I'm sure the look on Grimorn's face is like total disappointment right now.
I know. I'm actually kind of laughing.
I thought you were only sacrificing the armor. What was all this stuff? You like stuff
She had it in her magic
in the
pocket
armor?
that we didn't know about.
Oh.
Which we wouldn't have known about anyway.
I mean, I tried really hard to hint to you guys that there was a magic backpack.
We all forgot about it because we kind of skipped on this crazy story.
Well, there was.
We still have the throwing axe. We still have the big axe. We still have the helmet. At least. And those weren't cursed.
Oh, anyways, there it was.
Look, the what is it? The big axe is like made of iron, I think, too. That's gonna be worth a fortune.
Let's get on with. She comes back to life, and she.
How happy is she with us that she has she's back to life with a giant hole in her chest?
I'm sure she's restored.
All right. Initially, she fails a morale test and is horrified that she's dead, or was just dead, and that she was defeated in battle. That hurts her pride as well. And then it occurs to her that it was you that brought her back to life, and she's really happy about that. So you've become the person that she looks up to, the way half giants do, and so let's see. I'm gonna do a 50-50 on which alignment shifts. All right.
Oh, she's gonna fall in love with me now.
What's your alignment?
Got it good.
I'm the one who brought her back to life.
She alignment shifts from evil to good.
Nice.
Does she denounce Lord Hamanu?
Redemption arc. Well, Hamanu didn't do anything for her.
Now you're in trouble though, because she is a lawful good.
You have to tell her. You have to make sure that she understands that the Lord of Flames brought her back to life.
She was lawful evil, mimicking Thova Derak's cruel nature, and now she's lawful good instead.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
but-
can alignment shift to lawful good.
Wait a second. Is it him or is it me that brought her back to life?
It was the Lord of Flames that did it.
So he's chaotic.
I thought your prayer thing failed.
Yeah, but her fixed alignment is lawful.
Yeah, it's the sacrifice of the armor.
Yeah, her fixed alignment is lawful. Her
Yeah.
shifting alignment is chaotic or is evil or good.
Right. And she was evil, and so she shifted to good.
Okay. Well, it's better good than evil, I guess.
I'm locked on the good alignment, but I can shift to lawful or good, or lawful or chaotic.
Yeah.
Hmm. So maybe you'll then be inspired by her, and you will shift to lawful, and you'll both be lawful good.
Okay, two goody two-shoes. Let's go.
Oh my god. What have we done?
The downside is she's a fighter with an armor class of 11 now, because she doesn't have an armor.
This was a mistake.
That's okay.
Anybody got a giant size armor, she says?
No, you're gonna have to be naked for the rest of this adventure.
I mean, if she's still got her helmet on, her armor class is 12, I guess.
I assume you untie her at this point, right?
No, not yet.
No. Oh, what are you gonna? Whoa!
Oh my God.
Whoa!
Fuck.
Now is
Just-
the time that Taro steps up and does his interrogation of the mind.
But she's good now. What do you-
She's good and she likes you.
But we don't know that. Hold on.
No?
People.
I did ask if she renounced Hamanu at this point.
I think she said yes.
Wait, you
No, well, actually, we
Wait,
have
what? What?
not passed that point, actually.
I did
I thought
not
the
hear
game
a
ended.
response when I said
Right,
No.
right.
Well, I mean, if you say Hamanu is bad, she's good now, and she'll oppose Hamanu.
She's loyal. Lawful good, and she's our friend.
Hold on. What happened while I was gone? I thought the game ended.
No. Okay, big events have happened. So they took the armor off Ulreg and did a ritual sacrifice of the armor. And unknown to everybody, the armor contained a vast store of treasure in a magical compartment. The armor itself was worth a vast fortune because it was made of steel. So, sacrificing the armor, I did the math on a notepad here. You sacrifice 951 gold pieces to the Lord of Flame. And so the Lord of Flame obliged the party by casting a 7th level resurrect spell to bring back the dead girlfriend of Taurus.
Does he realize the value difference and give us anything extra?
No, it was enough.
So what was this about her being lawful good or something? What?
Okay, so half giants, they have this thing where their alignment shifts, but you have one half of your alignment is locked, and the other half is variable, and you will mimic whoever you admire. So her variable was good or evil, and her static is lawful. So she was lawful evil because she was mimicking Thova Derak, the leader of the Urakites, and he's a cruel and evil man. When she was rescued by the party and she looked up and the first person she sees is Taurus, who has brought her back from the dead, now she admires him, and she alignment shifted from lawful evil to his alignment, which is lawful good.
Listen, one thing, it might be because of her realization. It might also be that the Lord of Flame assuaged that with, putting passion in her eyes and her heart for Taurus, and
Sat her down.
help break.
Told her
Yeah,
about the facts of life.
yeah. They had to talk about life, but before he brought her soul back, he had to talk. All right, my guy Taurus here. He's a really great guy. I think you should give him a chance. Before he brought it.
Taurus is also his guy, isn't he?
Yeah. So
Wait a second. This was basically a priest, but petitioning on behalf of his great warrior
as a
to
wingman.
bring his would-be girlfriend back to life, and then he I can't believe that worked. I'm quite sad I wasn't here for when it worked, but I'm very pleased that it happened.
For
Yeah.
951 gold, it better work.
Yeah. That was an expensive resurrect.
The Lord of Flame will do miracles.
Do you still have a weapon that can help us? Like, so she can help fight with us?
She still has her great axe. She'll tell you, now that she's on your side, she'll tell you what her magic items do if you want to know.
Yeah. We want to know that. I want to give her some clothes. I have a extra set of Half Giant's fine clothes. I'll go ahead and take that off my sheet. Give that to her, so she'll at least have some clothes on.
Okay. I threw it in the Discord. So she'll tell you her throwing axes are magic, and her plate mail was magic, with a cool cargo capacity. And the helm is a magic helm that gives her a +1 armor. The Great Axe of Display. It's a +1 weapon, but it doesn't actually do anything fancy. It's more of just an art object. It's even kind of dull. It needs sharpening.
What about the throwing axe?
Yeah, the throwing axes, they're gladiator's weapon. They deal extra damage on critical hits. They're +1 throwing axes. But other than that, they don't do anything special.
Alright, do we have time to keep on going in that corridor?
I want to ask her real quick. Where were they going? If she last saw them before she died?
She says, "Those cowards! When they saw me fighting all of the undead, they saw my guts spilled on the ground by a beam from that vile undead sorcerer, and when half my guts got disintegrated and I could barely breathe because one of my lungs was collapsed, they all just ran away, trailing my blood as they ran right over my dying body." So she's pretty upset about what Thobaderic did, just casually running away.
I mean,
Okay,
you
now
know
I
he
have a
was
question.
cruel and evil, though, right?
Yeah, he was
I
cruel
will
and
ask
evil.
this- I will ask this question telepathically, sincerely as well. What did you expect from them?
They were my allies. We were soldiers, warriors of Hamanu, respected and noble. We had honor.
Okay, I need to confess to something. I'm so telepathically communicating specifically to her. I dug into your minds when you were at your highest and at your lowest. And basically, before now, each of you would probably stab each other in the back if it would make Harmonu smile slightly more. They would have done this at any point, at any time.
Castle politics. Everybody plays it, but nobody actually comes after Ulreg. Ulreg is the strongest and mightiest.
Well, when you weren't the strongest and mightiest, you got stepped on, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Come join us, where we don't constantly try to murder each other and destroy our hopes and dreams.
She emphatically nods her head. She is now Taurus's biggest fan. And also Grimorn. She's going to take up the religion of fire, and she'll pray to the Lord of Flame.
She might be able to stay at the temple and protect the temple, but in here she won't.
She's pretty great, huh?
Well, maybe we'll celebrate with a wedding when we're back.
Whoa!
I don't.
No.
You don't
The
get to
baby
whoa,
comes
whoa,
first.
whoa.
That was the promise, remember?
Oh my god.
Oi.
Guys,
Oh my god.
guys, we have
Anyway.
a long rest coming up.
Yes.
I won't be resting.
Yeah, there's lots of
well
rooms
deserved.
in here. You could take a long
guys
rest
might.
there.
Alright. She's even all bent over to give Taurus a horn job.
Anyways,
Whoa, what just happened?
Never mind that.
Of course, the balls are being cleared.
No, stop.
You gotta change the Twitch title and put 18 plus.
Yep. What?
That'll just make the kids want to see it more because they're like, "What? You can't restrict me."
If you're going this way, you'll probably notice that there's stairs over here that go back upstairs. That was the alternative path. And if you go over this way, there's a storeroom over here where there's all sorts of jars. ceramic
Well-
jars everywhere.
What do we find in the jars?
Yeah.
Okay, you open one of them up, and
Fancy
you
oils.
find vinegar. These used to be wine jars a long time ago.
And it all turned.
Yeah.
I can purify food and drink them
Oh,
for 10 minutes.
we can pickle stuff. Well, you know, if we weren't able to bring her back to life, we could have pickled her back to here.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Telepathically communicate with
Does
I'm
a
gonna
ceramic
telepathically-
jar of 1,000-year-old vinegar count as rare oils?
I don't think so.
Oh,
No.
Vinegar's an oil, is it? Oil.
I mean, usually when I'm making like a dressing, it's like you put the oil and the vinegar. It's like half of it.
Yeah, but they're still different.
It seems like it's in the same ballpark. Who knows?
Also, Prius, I'm sending you a telepathic message, which I'm just gonna not talk fancily, just directly tell you. I know you did it for your own reasons, but I appreciate you helping Taurus with his strange guilds. And in a not gloaty way, I hope you learn the benefits of kindness. Even
this
to
was-
those to which it seems pointless.
This was not kindness. That was simply so he could stop being so whiny.
Yes, well, it turned out that way, didn't it? And I point at them being very happy and the sweetness of
Seems
the
like it
situation.
helped everything too, huh?
Aw, that's such a little storybook ending. Oh my gosh. look
If
at
you knew what we
guys.
sacrificed for coming back to life, maybe you would change your mind.
She just gave us information
I
on
do
that.
know, and my mind has not changed whatsoever.
I don't want you guys to go empty-handed from this dungeon, so when you explore it thoroughly, you will find there's the wine cellar here. You can take vinegar if you want, but it's not very valuable. There's a prison down here at this end, but you find absolutely nothing of value down there. If you go back upstairs, you will find that in every one of these rooms, you will find there's something of interest to be found in every single one of these rooms. And I've put them all on a note card. Rather than do the long, lengthy searching around process, you guys can just pick and choose what... Like, we'll assume some time has passed and you've explored thoroughly, you found all of this stuff, which was not hard to find, and you can decide what to do with it at that point. This is not as good as that other treasure was, but it's like the consolation prize, I suppose.
This is like just a pocket change.
Yeah, this is the small treasure, and the other one was the big treasure.
Do you guys want to use one of these scrolls of identification to identify that red gem?
What red gem?
The red gem that was in the box. The one that Morg and Orin were asking about.
Yeah, I don't... Well, you know what? Okay, in the interest of ninjas, because it's not on the list, I'm interested because it does seem to be something of legendary, artifact power. I would be down with that actually, but let's give Ninja time to go ahead and come up with what it actually does.
Oh, I know what it does.
Oh, what? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So,
Well, then, yeah.
And can you make a card with those items because they're split? Like the sword is Orin that has it. I have the ring, and then the bastard sword, Sia has it, and the gem and the other stuff inside the box, that would be Morg that has that.
Well then, yeah, I'm down. I'm very interested to hear what these might do.
Yeah, the gem in particular. The other stuff we can wait maybe to the city, but the gem is, to me, is more intriguing. Knowing that the blue one has kind of a special power too. Oh, but there's also... Oh, no, that's it.
Okay, so I added things to the card. We got the bastard sword, the longsword, the ring, the shield
Should she have
crystal,
beard?
the unknown red cylinder, the unknown green and red crystal, and then somebody's got the water hammer, which I put in the Discord earlier.
I put the water hammer in mine.
Okay, so he's already got the water hammer. Everything else is on this note card on the table here.
So you guys want to do that identification?
I do. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So was it the red crystal or the red cylinder that you were identifying?
Oh, there's two different things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, there's the red in the other one, right?
They're all in the box, the same box.
Yeah. And we only get one choice, right?
Well, we have two scrolls, but that's only if we want to use the two scrolls, you know.
I'd say yes. I can't imagine a better choice. But that's just me.
What everybody else say? Do you guys want to know?
Yeah, I'm in.
Wait, to know what?
Do you want to know what?
Identify the red crystal and the red cylinder crystal.
Oh, we can only do two.
Alright, but we can't do
Yeah.
any more identifying after that.
No, we
Okay.
can't. You guys want to do it?
Sure.
Yes.
We can do the green one later, I guess.
Okay, you identify the red crystal. So, the water blue crystal, as you recall, was a shield crystal that protects against the effects of the cyanotrix. So what you learn about the red crystal is that the red crystal is a shield crystal that protects you from the effects of something called the etherimatrix.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
Probably something we're gonna have to go deal with later.
Okay, so these preservers in the past, they were doing experiments. They created the cyanotrix. So, with a little deduction, you could figure maybe the etherimatrix is a different experiment with its own crystal and its own cylinder. You also have a unidentified red cylinder. It might be a paired item that can destroy whatever this etherimatrix is in the same way that the black cylinder can destroy the cyanotrix.
So what is the ethereal power?
Yeah, who knows? It's a mystery. That didn't get revealed in the ID.
And then there's the the green one. What is that going to be? Well, we don't have anything to be able to identify it though. Not yet.
And you said the crystal did what again?
Each of the crystals is a shield crystal that protects against the effects of one of their legendary artifacts, like the cyanotrix.
But it's the same. It's the same effect.
It is a
So
just general immunity to the effect of the thing.
Okay, so but it's not like a specific. Okay, I misunderstood it at first. What? Like, oh, it protects against a different artifact.
Yeah,
But
so you could
just-
equip all three of them. You could equip green, red, and blue, and you'd be protected against three different effects. The cyanotrix, the etherimatrix, and whatever the green one does.
Okay, so I did understand that right at first. Okay, all right then.
And the cylinders are used to destroy those things. So you have to bring the water hammer to destroy the cyanotrix, and if you wanted to, you could bring the red cylinder to destroy this other thing if you could ever find that.
Yeah. We should, in case.
Oh wait, so the hammer is the cylinder?
The cylinder, it's called a water hammer, but basically you fill it with water and then it resonates with a sound, and that sound causes the other thing to explode.
Like a wine glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
They called it sympathetic resonation, or resonance.
I think it's cool.
I also like the fact that it's like super fragile, so if it gets broken, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we gotta be real careful with that.
Can you imagine if the whole quest was failed instantly just by breaking the quest item? Dark Sun is so hardcore. I love it.
Stick it in the bag of holding or something. We'll break it in, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's safe in there. Did we turn it around, Joe? Are you feeling better about the day?
Good. I'm happy. We're good.
Yeah, Joe got us happily ever after.
All right. Well, since we went to all the trouble of keeping her alive, we'll have to make some use of her as an NPC.
Yeah, I'm working on our new character.
Yeah, well,
Because now
I'm
she's
doing it right now.
Oh, jeez.
we'll have to pretty her up and make her look better now that she's got no armor.
She
After
looks
you
like a
hit
man.
her in the face really
She
hard.
looks like a man. Like, let's be honest.
Well, no, like before I put
Here, running out.
before I put the helmet on her, I had her with like long flowing hair, and she looked ladylike.
Well, I'm putting braids on her. She's gonna look ladylike.
Taurus actually is braiding her hair.
The most half giantish thing about her is those big bushy eyebrows she's got.
And when you said she was like freaking out from being recently dead and revived, I thought she was just gonna like jump out the cave window.
Well, the last thing she remembered, she was in a berserker state, being killed in a fight to the death, and so she was a little bit shocked when she woke up.
And she was a ghoul for a time.
And while she was a ghoul, she was not real aware of anything. I think your soul is gone when you're a ghoul, and you just become like mindless and hungry, like a predator that just eats and eats the dead.
I just assume that she has some underclothes on still. She was wearing underneath armor.
Yeah, no doubt. She had clothing on. It has a hole where one of her lungs was. She probably has to cover up a bit, but yeah, she's fine. She does want some armor, though. As a fighter, she relies on armor, so she'll be eyeing that pile of leather, wondering if we could turn this into something she could wear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we gotta bring some to let her.
She can help carry it. She can carry quite a lot.
Listen, if we're here for a while, I'm skilled in leatherworking, so I could go ahead and make something right now.
All right.
Whoa, wasn't there a whole leatherworker set down there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, there's a station there to make a.
I mean, it's not really like a blacksmith working shop. It's more like a make the leather so that it's like.
No, they used to make saddles.
workable.
All right. So Oren's gonna stitch up some leather, and she's gonna put on leather armor.
Yeah, they used to make saddles there for the rocks. For those giant birds that they used to fly on.
All right. She's up to armor class 13.
Oh, is that what these cave windows are for? A launching pad?
Yeah, rocks would fly in and out of here to deliver messages and move people.
Yeah, some of those skeletons were that we killed the day before were rock, like undead rock with a warrior on top of it.
Pretty cool that they used flying mounts in the earlier wars.
Okay, so okay, is there anything left on this island?
This is mission accomplished. You have the tool to do your job. You just need to go to the
The dragon. It wasn't Dragon Spine. It was Dragon.
Dragon Crown Mountain. The Dragon's Crown is far to the northwest of Tyr, which means you're headed back to Tyr, and then from there you have to cross the mountains.
Which is where Korganard was.
That's where he went, yeah.
Okay, so we have the ordeal of like we have to go back though, and there's a lot of people to carry.
All right. I would very much like to speed us along, so I think we're just going to time skip until you get to Tyr.
Can we do it so we go back to the town, because we have to bring back the guy who got hit on the head too many times.
There was a bunch of stuff to do on the way there. Can we take a break? Can we stop for today?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're gonna stop here, but as far as the return trip to Tyr, I want to try to make it as quick as possible.
Once
we're
we
not
get
gonna catch-
There was a bunch of stuff
we're not
we
gonna
needed
catch
to
the
do
other
on the way
guys?
back.
Yeah, we'll do all the things. I'm just saying, like, in real time, I don't want to waste weeks on a return journey when really the next part of the quest is. The next part of the quest picks up after Tyr, so we want to get right back to it.
so when we get back, okay, at least to Is it fort? One of the fort near the I think Fort Elon, where we there's a fire shrine there now.
Yeah.
Where the blacksmith is, and the recluse fire cleric is now.
And you made a portal there, and you're gonna teleport the party,
Yeah.
right?
I'll be able to teleport us back to Tyr from there. I'll be able to bring everybody. I'm gonna have to do 2 trips though, because that's too many.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna head out now. Good night.
Yeah.
All right. Good night. And I'll end the stream.
Uh,